Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, apologies for that outage, but we are back through the triumph of Biza, and we're just in time to see the end result, which Brazil coming out for Billy Fan Club here.
That's a good start.
What a meme to start things off here. One that should really be dead by now. But
yeah, but it's not,
yeah.
clearly.
So poor old Conspiracy, hopefully they're not going to let that affect them too much. They can take solace in the fact that no one saw it other than the people in the game.
Yep.
So they can quickly move on with that and get straight back into the series. If anything, it's going to prove to be an advantage to them should they be able to get over that mental state, of course.
Yeah, and Cubic, you can unmute yourself and talk us through the game as it started. We haven't actually had the ability to grab everything, but we'll be getting to game number 3. Cubic, just walk us through what happened in the first one.
There wasn't much to it. Most of it was being fought out in the attacking half of the Billy Fan Club. Drupe making an absolute nuisance of himself with a fair few goals, and even Torsus and Jade coming through with a few as well. So mostly fought out Billy Fan Clubs. Talendina, Stoopy, Monster and Hecticrun not had much to do with it that game.
All right, so it's a best of 3 in the upper brackets at the moment. Rankings players playing for over $400 USD currently in the prize pool. Absolutely massive. It's actually bigger than last month's place. So this is pretty epic, and 2 pretty big teams right now.
Absolutely. I mean, Billy Fan Club arguably, a lot bigger than Conspiracy, but Conspiracy themselves, they've been around for a little bit, and they definitely have proven that they can fight up here at the top level. It's going to be up to Torsos now. Throws it down this left wing. A bit of a return out from Hectic Crunt. Jake going to slow things down, gets demoed for his effort though. There's Talendina looking for backboard. Drippe, nice clear off the backboard. Be Slurpee, drops it down. That's just giving it straight to Drippe. Good effort from Hectic Crunt there to stop that shot as it came through. Jake, backboard, looking for something as Talendina to clear out. There we go, a bit of a whiff there off that ceiling. I don't think anyone can nail those except Express these days, Biza. There's the shot that comes in from Drippe, but a good save just in the nick of time from Hectic Crunt.
They're going to have to be careful with their clearances. Talendina needed to actually get that one. And that's a nice shot coming on as well. You have to clear.
Yeah.
Very, very, with these teams, they're just going to have the second, third efforts. If you don't clear, you're going to pay for it.
Absolutely. There's a good stop from Talendina, just shy of the right post as Drippe will clear that one out. That was the first opportunity for a score from Conspiracy. They could still turn this around as Drippe not quite on the back of it in time. We'll go for that boost grab in the corner. Torsos, high ball floating down. Jake looking to get on the back of it. There's Slurpee to interrupt things. A good save as that floater was on target. And Slurpee and Talendina now moving down the field, puts a shot on, but Jake gets his car in the way. Hectic Crunch drops it, looking for the bounce, but Torsos with the easy clear. Talendina just trying to slow things down as Conspiracy reset in defense and look for this counter attack once again.
Hectic Crunt needs to make a really good connection with those balls. It just can't drop it. It's too easy. When you're playing against a high caliber team, it needs to be a rocket that goes in the back of the net, or just something well placed. Nothing bouncing in front unless you got them fully baited, and at the moment they don't.
Yeah, absolutely. Billy Fan Club will stop those pretty much every single day of the week unless they're having a really horrible day. There's Drippe. Nice ball out there, Jake. Doesn't quite stop Talendina, and this is looking good for Conspiracy as the Torsos clear comes out. Really powerful one off that side ball. It's not quite on target, so close to Drippe. This one cleared out. You can see Billy Fan Club just watching their rotations, just getting an idea of how Conspiracy are playing the wing, and what a play though from Drippe. Conspiracy didn't even have a chance to get this one cleared out. Just taking perfect advantage of the slow players. Good backboard from Torsos.
He totally stole it away from him, but it's good follow-up at the end, though, Drippe. It's just, he wanted to take that off the wall. He had the eyes locked on it. Torsos. I've got a feeling these two are going to probably battle each other for goals tonight. The way it goes, it's probably traditional. There's a bit of banter between them.
Absolutely, and it's always good to keep that healthy sort of competition within the team as well. Always looking to better yourselves, challenge each other to do better. But guaranteed, of course, that Torsos, Drippe, of course, who came through, would have called from Torsos that he had the ball either way. So it was a nice effort to follow up regardless. There's Talendina looking for the first goal for Conspiracy off that sidewall, aiming for backboard, but that's not going to work up against Billy Fan Club. And that clear, not quite on target. Either way, Slurpee will get there in time to clear out.
You can see them lining up, though, can't you? It's sort of Torsos waiting for it. Next comes Drippe. He should have hit that one. That's going to give a chance here for Conspiracy to get themselves out.
Nice. Good pass. There's Slurpee. Almost beans the shot, but in the end, just enough into that bottom right corner. He only just caught this in time if we watch from his perspective. There we go, just catches enough Almost too late on that rotation, but the flip came in time. So well played to Conspiracy to tie things up with 1.5 minutes remaining.
I've almost been that one as well. Love it. Now look, 1-1. Interesting start to the second, considering the first game was a 1-7.
Yeah.
So Billy Fan Club completely just taking to him, but this one's a change of tune. Cubic, what are you seeing so far, man?
Yeah, really different sort of match to what we saw in the first, from what I saw in the first one anyway. Hard fought in the middle, and definitely you can see Conspiracy Esports more coming alive this time.
Great stuff from Jake to get that save and clear out, but it's been brought right back in. Drippe looking to find it past Talendina. Talendina, good control, trying to get that shot. Wanted that pass to roll up the backboard as Slurpee was getting ready to receive, but at the end, Billy Fan Club just proved too strong in defense, and Jake, good rotation through. It's going to force Talendina high and use that boost, and this is where Billy Fan Club start to try and boost deprive Conspiracy Esports. The Hectic Hunt does get it out. Torsos off his own backboard. Well, Jake, bit of a whiff there, but Torsos still has control. Perfect challenge comes through from Conspiracy moving forward to this attack. Good backboard play, but the shot won't be there. Hectic Grunt turned around, could have been there for that third rotation shot. There's Talendina. Torsos delays it. Can be Jake to receive. Good ball forward. Actually on target as well, but Hectic Grunt had plenty of time to get the back of that save. Drippe just dumps it on the side here. Still time for a...
This is scary here.
Yeah, still time for a last-second goal from either team, but this is looking good. Torsos,
Torsos!
he's got the height. What a save from Talendina.
No.
And Jake couldn't connect on that last-second chance. Torsos had the height there. He put the shot on. Talendina didn't get credit with the save, but he definitely made contact with that ball.
Yeah, look, you had to look at the point of view where Torsos started from. He was halfway down the field.
Absolutely.
That's a hard one to get, no matter what, who you're playing, even you, the quickest player in the world,
Yep.
or one of the quickest. That's hard. It's a hard shot for Torsos, but he definitely gave it a crack, and that's what I like about these boys. They're not shy of a challenge, Rankies. It's overtime.
It was a good approach from the shot as well, because you need to start that far back just to get the height you need to put the shot down. Almost a dribble play from Talendina. Good save from Jake as it came off the post. And Drippe will now look to clear Slurpee. Not going to find it past Drippe, but there's Hectic Grunt. Will find it past both Torsos and Jake, I believe it was.
Well, it's pressure. It's the pressure that started Talendina, right? It's the second, third efforts. This created a defensive blunder coming out. There's three coming off that back, two off the back wall, one off the floor. Communication got lost for Billy Fan Club, and all of a sudden Conspiracy Esports, without the T on the end there, come away with the goods. They did really well in that round.
Absolutely, it's great stuff for Conspiracy Esports. They immediately pick up the second game. It's great to see they were able to get past that Brazil in game one buzzer, which is a huge effort and a huge achievement for Conspiracy Esports here. Of course, that does take us to the third and final game.
Yeah, they're going equal states. I love it. I love it. I actually want to try and get this webcam back on. There we are. Hello. We're on webcam. Hi. Hi, guys. We finally got the process fixed. So, Cubic, you're here with us, mate. I know you're muted. So talk us through what you thought of that play. We've got another 20 seconds to talk about it. So what are you thinking, mate?
Yeah, really exciting stuff coming from Conspiracy Esports. We've seen... I'm just having a look at some of the stats from the previous game. It was all dominated by Billy Fan Club. So good to see Conspiracy Esports coming through and with a lot more aggressive approach in that game.
Well, it'd be interesting to see if they can hold that into game number 2, Rankies. Where Conspiracy can continue to roll that through challenge. The 50-50 sort of be in their favour. It fell down a little bit for Billy Fan Club, but we know where they're strong. Those counter plays, and they'll be looking to do that in game number 3.
Absolutely. Both teams wanting to pick up an early advantage here as we get ready for the kickoff. Going to be an interesting one. A good start for either of these teams could be the thing to finish it by. So quite often the team that gets their best start early on generally has a better chance of coming out on top, as comebacks in Rocket League, especially at the top level, can be quite difficult to pull off. Yeah, indeed. The boys getting on the way. Drippe's going to start with a first. Oh, that's quick. Wow. Only 7 seconds that took. What a ball forward from Jake as well. And Drippe just getting on the back of it perfectly. Upside down. Sends it in the back of the net. Really nicely played. Conspiracy, just not enough time to react on defense there. Here we go, Hectic. Easy win on the kickoff, but it's going to go straight to Torsos. Up in the air, looking to follow it up. There's the backboard play. Almost bounces it down and gets the follow-up. That would have been amazing to watch had it gone through. Drippe sends it down. Needless possession throw to Conspiracy there. To get back and pick up the boost. And a bounce off the backboard for Drippay into Jake, puts it on target, and that's just a runaway goal to the bottom right pocket. What accuracy there, Bizer.
Yeah, we're sitting with Toledano a little bit before, and you can see where he's positioned himself. He's got through the middle.
Yeah.
Slurpy's rotating out for boost. Realises Toledano's out of place, can't challenge. He's out of place, can't grab boost.
Yeah.
And he's also loaded turn, so it's just awkward at the end of the day for Conspiracy on that point. I actually want to draw your attention to Toledano. He's a new inclusion for these boys.
Yep.
Interesting to see how he's going. Second game, it worked for him.
Yep.
Third, we'll talk about a little bit later. I'll ask Cubic to also have a look at Toledano, but it'll be probably the master stroke of Conspiracy knock Billy Fan Club out, or at least down to the lower bracket.
That'd be great for them. But 2-0 up are Billy Fan Club right now. Conspiracy still looking for what could be that elusive first goal with the way that we know Billy Fan Club like to play in defence is just have a strong midfield and not let the ball get there in the first place. But even if it is in the defensive half, look at the control that Jake has off the backboard here, and as soon as a challenge, if it did come through, he can just get that chip past them mid-air. Torsos off the ceiling, puts it on Jake. Looked like he may have been going for bumps, but there was connection
I think
there.
there's some faking as well, sort of just get the goalie a little bit awkwardly placed.
Yep.
See if you can get something.
Here's Jake again on the back of the ball. 50-50 with Slurpy, doesn't work out as Torsos has to come through for another one. Jake sets it back for Torsos, up in the air. Drippay waiting for his chance to get through, but so far Torsos and Jake just send it through. Slurpy Monster a save off that top bar. Jake looking for the pass but can't stop. I believe that was Hectic Crunt who got the shot through him. Here's Slurpy, waiting for it to bounce, sends it high on the backboard. There's Jake.
Yeah, that's a good touch.
And yeah, absolutely. Billy Fan Club are one of the top teams. You don't expect them to fall for those backboard plays. They're going to defend it like it's their goal buzzer.
Yeah, well, the best play about going backboard is to actually just send it wide. That is a brilliant touchdown. Toledano, absolutely massive save. Had to hold on to that. And Torsos will play that one back out. But yeah, we're back to the point of backboards. Clear it. The soft touches out to the side. You don't need to boom or lose possession. Just get it out to the side, get your second teammate over, then take the clearance into place.
There we go. It's a good run off the backboard from Jake, but Torsos wasn't going to beat Slurpy there with the 50-50. Drippay, good centre ball. Jake, again, Slurpy on firing defence, getting up and challenging every time he needs to be there, Bizer. There's Toledano, centres this ball up for Hectic. Can't quite get there in time, but there's a whiff from Jake as well. Drippay, good high ball across field, just buys time for Billy Fan Club to pick up some boost and get back on their
Doesn't have enough
here. Yeah, poor old Torsos just couldn't pick up enough. Jake, again, just that ball to delay it out to the side, but that's going to work in favour of Conspiracy. However, Toledano couldn't get that pass forward. Slurpy will now pick up possession. Looks for Hectic Crunt, but he's not there in time, so Jake will take advantage of that.
It seems Billy Fan Club are quite happy just to go slow. They don't really care about the speed of the game. They're taking it easy as well. They're letting the mistakes being caused by Conspiracy, and they're really starting to lack when they go forward. They're losing control. There was a point where Toledano needed to carry that across for his team, and they waited for it, and he just lost possession. So they'll wait this one out with 2 goals lead. They don't mind.
Absolutely. The more time ticks by, the more pressure, it puts on Conspiracy Esports. And that's going to make it more difficult for them, of course. There's a shot through and well finished by Toledano there. I'm not sure if it was necessary, but you never know if that defender could rotate through at the last second, Bizer. So we see Hectic Crunt throws that one for bottom right. Yeah, it wasn't necessary, but you do like to see goal secures at this level anyway, just in case the defender is there.
I agree with that. Totally. It's a matter of the pinch. Like, if that was sent in the middle, guaranteed, 100%, yeah, that would be annoying as a teammate. But I actually think that's not too bad at the end. He was sort of close to probably hitting that bar. And sometimes we've seen some really wacky stuff with the bar. So I'm happy for him to get that stat on the board.
Good centre ball.
Oh, that was close. The one goal out at the moment, Rankies. They want to get themselves into the upper final. They're going to do it now.
There's a good one off the wall from Jake. Keep it along the side here again, just wasting Conspiracy's time. The pressure is still on them to tie things up, and you know Billy Fan Club, they're more than happy to wait for that perfect counter-attack opportunity. That shot was on from Jake, but a good save from Hectic Crunt way outside of the box, and there's Toledano for one off the back of Drippay's shot. Centre ball again, great clear from Toledano, and this is exactly what they need. Torsos will get a high ball off the backboard, has an opportunity to receive, but the demo from Toledano onto Jake. This is bad for Billy Fan Club, and Toledano will come through and put it in the back of the net.
So he started with the first play, Toledano. He takes out the goalie. There's a reset in Jake. He's too far away, and he's just played himself back into into the motion of things. What was really risky was the challenge ball. I believe, I think Dorsus was up, or it was either Drupe. I'm not 100% sure, but they didn't clear off the backboard, missed it, and that's why they had the opportunity. They had the opportunity there.
Yeah, he had that high ball to bounce up. I don't think they were expecting Jake to get demoed there, so that was kind of what perhaps threw them off a little bit. And Tallandina, after the demo, more importantly, able to recover for that shot on as well and just beat Jake out of his respawn time. We could be going to an overtime here. We'll have to wait and see. 0-second goals do happen, albeit kind of rare these days. In fact, they will just touch the ground and reset on the kickoff. Bit more confident with that, Bizer.
Well, that's interesting because Billy Fan Club generally just love to keep it up in the air. They don't want. They're in a way of sort of going, well, we're not going to risk this. We're going to try and make every play calculated. We don't want to give the team any chance of this. And it's a good start in the opening period of this second overtime we've seen tonight, the third match.
Here we go, Billy Fan Club. Good off the kickoffs usually. Able to pick up possession and keep it in the attacking half. We know that's what happened in game 1. But, there it is, Jake. I was expecting the save and clear to come out from Conspiracy here, but Jake just punishing everybody. What a ball from Drupe as well. Torsos interrupting Slurpee. Well played, Torsos.
The little ninja he is.
Yeah. You don't even see him sometimes. We've got the advantage of bird's eye view, Bizer, and he's that sneaky that he gets in without even us noticing it.
Yeah, Billy Fan Club just working hard off the kickoff again. It was probably all possession in the overtime period, is rotation after rotation, and that's what we know them for. Being out for Sydney previously, they were just consistently annoying going forward. So. That's what they play like, and it's fantastic to see. Conspiracy, a great effort to just even hold that, but you know they're asking the question with a minute to go.
Yeah.
You know they were being dictated to from the start of this game. They're 2 goals down.
Yep.
That's where it got a little bit tricky for them. So they really needed to sort of put things into perspective and start strong from the early point of the third game. But they'll take the experience today. They'll go down to the lowest. They'll get a chance to play them again if they can get themselves through the bracket. It's a double elimination.
Absolutely. And I think what Conspiracy can take away from this as well is I'd be proud of this. Not only did they take Billy Fan Club to overtime in the third and final game, but they did that after suffering a Brazil in game 1. Absolutely amazing effort from Conspiracy Esports. And I wish them the best of luck in the lower bracket. I hope to see them play again soon.
And we didn't really see the Brazil at the start, so I was like, Anyway, so we're going to bring our man, Mr. Cubic, in while we sit here pretty on the camera. Hi, guys. We should really go to the post-game. We'll go to the post-game one. Let's see if that one works. Oh, no camera. Cubic, talk us through the games and your thoughts, my friend.
Yeah, very exciting games, as we said, as Renkies said from Conspiracy Esports. It was a good comeback in those final 2 games, especially after that Brazil. It would have been pretty demoralising. So, really good play. I was just having a look again at some of the stats. You can see that Billy Fan Club their rotations were really, really quick. All 3 players spending a lot of time up in the forward half. And sort of on the opposite end, unfortunately, coming from Conspiracy Esports, Hectic Grunt and Slurpee Monster spending a lot of time up front, but Tallandina playing very well all over the field. And he did a lot of the grunt work as well in those previous games.
Yeah, I think he really fit in well. Alongside Hectic Grunt and Slurpee Monster. It's interesting that those guys, doesn't seem to matter which third they find on their team, they just flow together so well. I think big credit to that is how well Slurpee and Hectic Grunt can play together to begin with. So all they really need is that third position, that third man coming through who can at least just understand the rotations coming through from Slurpee and Hectic, and they're just going to find it really easy to flow together anyway. So, but yeah, massive props to Tallandina for such a great effort in his first game, I assume, with Conspiracy Esports here.
Yeah, if that's the first time I had a look at him, I think it's a pretty good start for him to go up against a pretty reputable team. It's not currently the best at the moment. Yep. They've had him in a couple challenges building a fan club, but it's good. It's a good start for him, and probably a new look for Conspiracy. It's really exciting to see. We'll see how they go in the lower bracket. But ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick break here on OC Rocket League. Get ourselves into the second semi as the boys have been waiting. So we do thank you for hanging out and just being chill with us. We did have a couple of problems getting up, but we're hopefully now staying on the air and not going anywhere. If we do not go anywhere, we have plenty of action. There is about 2 to 3 hours worth of Rocket League action here. It's a good stuff. Playing for over $400 USD is the first and second prize. Crazy stuff. You guys are amazing. Let's get this place out to 100 people and the viewers. Love that. Big shout outs, everyone. And we'll love to hear you. We'll be jumping in a little bit and having a chat to you guys. But for now, we'll see you right after this. Sent on his way to power shot and cleans out the goal line. Easy goal, for the Lions. Just here's the thing: they put a shot on out for Sydney, but they did a disciplined thing.
It's not allowed.
No, that's bad. Oh my goodness, Drippay! What are you doing? What a goal! Then again, just come off a 3 game straight. Oh, Dreamy, that's a great touch. Well, prove me wrong. Just gets in a good spot and slaps. Nowhere to be seen. Challenging on the back now as a demo. The 2v1. The pop and play. Decker. Can he light it up? He goes out right. Decker! The moments of heroes and legends aboard. It's Decker with a big game.
Gold select.
push it forward, get back, 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 get back, push it forward, get back, 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 get back, push it forward, get back, 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 get back, push it forward, get back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Friday Night Alive. We're here at the Escape Portal Gaming Lounge, and we're having a pretty good night as it is. The first upper semi done, Rankies.
Yep.
The second one coming up. It's Scylla Esports taking on Powerhorse. Do we not have, like, the most amazing teams playing right now? I love it.
Absolutely. This is going to be one hell of a matchup.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was Pale Horse that edged out Scylla in the ESL Invitational Qualifiers.
Yeah, Scylla missed out.
Land. Yeah.
They missed out when they're probably more so expected to go. Like, it was a bit of a shock. I think Powerhorse have come into some really good form as well.
Absolutely.
You know, they were sitting pretty much 6th, 7th. For a little bit, they started to get a little bit form as the teams are sort of trying to find each other. Scylla, pretty much being the old Sandcastle, just you know, they've got a strong team as well, and you expect them to be third, second, and going to these type of places. Nah, they missed out.
Yep. Absolutely. You know, you got to talk about Pale Horse as well. If you go back far enough, they're essentially ex-Masterminds Rocket League roster.
Yeah.
I forget what they were before Pale Horse, but you know, either way, everyone knows the players on this side. It's Kia, Kami, CJ, and Jules.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure.
Fancy Jules.
Absolutely.
Lots
I'm not
of fancy
sure
stuff.
how they work with, do they have like a dedicated sub or do they try and get games in for all of them? I'm not sure how their rotations on who plays what games works, but I think it's been Kami, Jules and CJ as of late. I haven't seen Kia as much, I believe due to other commitments. So he's subbing out.
I think Kia is a little bit of a sub at the moment. I think he's even the way it
Currently.
is. Yeah. So, but nonetheless, I think they're all pretty equal in terms of gameplay.
Oh, absolutely.
And can definitely play some really good stuff. So that's a really strong lineup in my opinion. They're going to do some damage going forth. But Frankie's, we're live. And the first one, that was close. Kami comes through and saves it.
Pale Horse not having the best start in defense there, just getting away with things in the end. Still not able to capitalise on the first two opportunities they were given, and there's the opportunity for Pale Horse, but at the end of the day, Dumbo, too strong in defence and offence as well, almost beats Jules off the backboard. There's AoE EMP, Snarf moving up behind him. Trying to work these plays, Dumbo up a little bit late, tries to get there on the edge of the ball, but it's not enough, as Jules now has control on the sidewall here. Good pass into the centre, and that's a high ball. We see Kami moving forward to CJ, perhaps a lack of communication, gets that touch before Kami can get to it. Sets that one up for Jules, takes it back into this offensive corner, looking for the pass off the backboard. Can't get that second touch for a third bounce behind Dumbo. There we go, good clear from Snarf on target, but Jules already back in defense, gets the save. Nice 1-2 play, but Jules won't be able to get the back in time. It's going to be a clear from Dumbo. Snarf off the backboard, accurate as ever with those, and that's what you expect from Silla.
Yeah, I'm thinking Snarf's going to have a big game tonight.
Yeah.
He's due for it. He's been a little bit quiet in the recent couple of weeks of his gameplay, just in different majors and sort of working himself out. But tonight, I reckon he's due for a big one, and it's a good start right there. It wasn't dead on target because it hit the post, but in the end, the majority of that was going there, so it was never coming out.
Absolutely. As long as it goes in, you can always expect Snarf to show up and play. He had a fantastic showing last month in the 3v3 Masters, so hopefully he can duplicate a performance and get some nice games in. Jules, oh my God, I didn't think he'd find that one.
Oh my God, he travelled from home base as well. Have a look at it. Off he goes. You go, okay, he's a bit high. The second touch.
Yeah, I thought Dumbo might jump up in time to challenge that, but perhaps just caught in awe of the fact that he's actually managed to air dribble that from picking up his back left boost as well. As you said, from home base, amazing first goal for Pale Horse here from Jules.
It's interesting because you say that about Dumbo. He is characteristic like with defense. He's up, he's saving everything. If anything, he's blocking you from getting those type of goals. So I'm surprised he wasn't in that possession.
Speaking of Dumbo, there's a shot on a little bit high. It was a good pass into the centre, I believe it was Emp. Speaking of Emp, on the back of the ball, throws another one towards net. Dumbo trying to finish, but instant block, it seems. Snarf aiming top left, not quite enough, bounces out of that post. Up in the corner there. Bit unfortunate there for Silla, and they've not been able to keep up the pressure. They're going to have to receive this one, Emp. Gets tackled by CJ there, but this is a good push out from Dumbo. And we have all two men up in the air from Pale Horse, and that's going to allow Silla to move forward. A good challenge onto CJ. There's Amp, won't find it past Kami. Again, just dropping back off of the plays. They seem to be both teams playing off of each other right now. There's no consistent maintained possession here, Buzzer.
That's generally how the first game pans for most. Just clear the ball, see what happens, see how they're going to set up. A lot of them just go quick play forward, try and sneak one up, and it's really risky in terms of defense, but both teams are really quick on rotation. I'm getting lost in what I'm saying, but at the end of the day, it's typical high-end gameplay for OC players. And that is a nice read coming through from Em. Just over the top and followed the ball nicely. Well done.
Poor old Jules here knew what was happening, couldn't really do too much about it. A bit of a missed time as he went up the curb on the backboard there to try and clear, and as soon as that happened, just threw himself off, and as you said, perfect read from Emp to get in there and saw the opportunity to strike. Sets up Silla for 2-1 with 2 minutes remaining.
That ball is lingering down. I'm surprised that wasn't a goal. And Demo at the end there, that plays on as well. Under 2 minutes remaining. Interesting to see it's a close game as well. And it's sort of how the last 2 games panned out between Conspiracy and Billy Fan Club. I'm liking that everyone's really close tonight.
Yeah, it's always good to see extremely close matches, especially in the semi-finals of a tournament. That's a good ball from Snarf to try and set up Dumbo and Emp once again, but you see the way that Pale Horse are rotating, getting on the back of all the challenges. Nice play there from CJ. CJ Snarf will pick this one up, trying to get it just towards net. Doesn't want to take a huge shot on for that massive counter-attack because he knows that both of his teammates are right behind him, and should that clear go over the top, it could be dangerous. There's Kami, but gets challenged by Dumbo. A good pop, but Snarf caught rotating back out, leaves Jules to throw that one forward. CJ off the backboard. No, not going to quite find anything out of the corner, but important thing to note is pressure still being kept up. What a shot on from Jules, and Amp just in there with the save in the nick of time, Blaser.
Snarf's playing with it here and really should have just hammered that forward and at least get something off the backboard. Now there's time to get back. In fact, Snarf, you're not going to do it. You can see going the cheeky one. Yeah, nah, CJ, experienced time. I'm not going to fall for that.
Oh, this is a good ball from CJ. Jules will put that on top left, but Snarf there for the save. It's going to be Amp, a good touch on Dumbo. Going to quite rotate through in time, so just reset once again. Looking for that right clear, it seems, Silla Esports right now.
There's a double player up as well for the boys of Power Horse going into it, so risky play as they get that rotation back the last 20. They need a goal here, Rankies.
There we go. Silla doing everything in their power to stop it. Again, just challenging on that midfield line. They don't want to be caught challenging in defense too much because Power Horse are a team that can punish them. We've seen it before. CJ, amazing recovery off that bump, trying to get the pass. Dumbo will get there in time, and he hangs on to the 2-1 lead for Silla Esports.
A good start in the end. I like it.
Absolutely.
Power Horse, they're not without it. They had the ability here. I think Jules, Kami, and CJ, they're all getting the feel of the play. They're going forward as well, some connection. Just not really finishing any of the playoff as they get really close to scoring.
Yep.
Backboard would be a little bit more better for them, I think.
Possibly. Again, a lot
but it's
of
probably getting held up more so on the backboard, isn't it?
Yeah, and a lot of teams in OCE for, I don't want to say a huge amount of time, but as of late have really learnt sort of how much you can be punished with backboard plays. I mean, perfect example was Europe, really the first region that took advantage of and showed the world how powerful the backboard can be. And so you saw a lot of the teams react to that and move their defensive players as treat the backboard as it's the goal itself. So backboard plays, I'm not sure if it would be working out or not. It really depends on the team that they're coming up against.
Cubic, you're watching in the background, having a look at this. What are you seeing in your perspective, and what's chat saying?
Yeah, look, it's really well fought down the middle of the ground at the moment. You can see that obviously Jules and Kami spending a lot of time in their defensive half, unfortunately, but all over the field coming from Silica Esports.
There we go, Kami wouldn't be able to find that down the field too far. Silla as Dumbo, a good pass out of the corner on him. We see this every time, guys. Yeah. Just a really strong start from Silla, and it just works out so much in their advantage. Jules was just underneath the ball, so close yet so far. Good play from Silla. It's
sort of a defensive mindset, Rankies. You look at it, you go, this ball's been played way too quickly. I'm just going to get up and see if we can have a go. He really just froze himself the ball. So at the end, the defense is not set properly. It's not calculated. So he just chucked himself at it. Yep. Came back. Silla had that every day of the week. And that's probably the advantage you get, starting really quickly on kickoffs and going in your favour.
They're already looking for another one. 30 seconds expired, and we do see good old Pale Horse down the field trying to keep it out of their half, but Silla just punishing every time. Snarf. It's a good ball to Amp yet again. Throws a bouncer, but not quite on target. The right post there, Dumbo out of the corner. We've seen this already. Do expect Pale Horse to be able to get the clears out. Snarf. Amp is looking there, but Kami already up in the air. Touch. Oh, Jules, what a great touch around the side. But they're just having a bit of a difficult time finding that third rotation through Bizer. They're getting their touches past Scylla, but following up seems to be a bit of the difficulty here for Powerhorse.
I want to see if they can put some bump play in and potentially some demos. There's really none of that coming so far. Dumbo, that's going to be difficult. Ambitious, my friend. I don't think you're going to ever get that one. That was quick.
Touch onto that backboard, just a little bit too fast for Dumbo to keep up. There's CJ looking for one. Jules just a little bit too high, unfortunate, but if they keep it up, they will eventually find one. Caught in defense again. It's a good chip over from Kami, follows it up himself. Jules puts that one on. Dumbo, what a save. Even after, I believe it was Snarf who was spectating that dove for the save. Dumbo, what a read to realise he's not going to make that one and put his car in the way. And, you know, we've seen that time and time again from Dumbo Barzo, as you said, known for his defensive prowess.
Yeah, Powell's getting a sense that they're lifting their game and moving a lot quicker in this one. So it's quick shots, quick redirections as well, and it's almost caught Scylla out.
Yep. There's a good shot attempt there from Dumbo. It goes to the right post. Kami picks up control. Snarf will find it over the top of him. Emp is there to support. CJ with the 50-50 a bit now. Dumbo, there's the backboard play. Emp is there, but again, Pale Horse getting there in defense just in the nick of the time. But clearing out is...
this is dangerous.
Yeah, this is and this is Jules so close. He has to go backwards. We'll find it past Snuff. This is what I was talking about, Pfizer. Pale Horse are just having such a hard time clearing out of their half. They're getting the saves, but eventually they need to get it cleared out, otherwise Scylla will score.
Yeah, it comes down to a rear end play, Rankies.
Yeah.
He had to actually use his back end and flip that out there. This is a real opportunity here, but what we're seeing from Scylla is they're meeting them on the 50-50s. There's no easy shots on goals. They're coming out and meeting the ball, and that's why they're not letting anything through.
Oh, almost a great play there from, I believe it was, Jules backing up CJ. Kami just trying to keep up the pressure at the moment. But Scylla have definitely had stronger rotations, perhaps a bit better call-outs in defense as well. Positioning has just been better overall for Scylla. And, you know, Pale Horse defense has been there, but again, look at the issues they're having clearing out with the way that Scylla are responding and rotations. A bit of a mix-up there as Dumbo smacks it into Snarf, but again, they recover. It's going to be up to Jules to come over through the midfield now. CJ, good catch there from Emp, wraps around on it, takes it up on the sidewall. Could take a shot, but no. That little touch from CJ enough to throw him off. There's Kami, needs to get there, throw it to the right side. Jules has respawned there, could have worked out in favour of them, but not quite. There's the shot on from Emp, straight into the top shelf.
Yeah, very nice.
There's less than a minute 30 remaining now and 2-0. This could be it.
So it's just a hard case. You didn't know where the spawn was going to come from Kami.
Yeah.
Don't know it was going to go far side, so Jules just had to play the ball and hope it was going to be sort of a weird bounce that goes up or high. Instead, it plays out. Dumbo, nice pass. Amp finishes it off. It's just typical Scylla style. I'm loving it right now. They've got control, but Powerhouse, they've had their chances to score. Just got to get past that defense. Somehow they need to just find that gap.
Yeah, Scylla have just been playing it so well in defense right now. CJ, what a good pickup there. It's going to be Dumbo the last man. Jules should punish this. Yeah, he will. As you called it, Buzzer, should be a goal. If that was a whiff there, then that might have been the tilt factor for Pale Horse. But minute 3, they've reduced it to that 1-goal deficit, and Scylla caught out with that rotation. Could throw them off a little bit more moving forward into the game. So this is Pale Horse's chance to strike back.
Can we be a little bit harsh and sensitive? Dumbo's clear there. It's sort of feathered. Is that? I completely missed that. That was a bean.
Yeah.
Was it a fake off? No, I don't think so.
Hard to call.
Can we call that a bean off?
Yeah, bean off. I think the players will use the fake off as an excuse there.
Yeah.
That was definitely not what I believe was the intention from both players.
Yeah, it's been off. I'm going with a bean off.
Dumbo, good pass though to Snarf. Amp here to support. Yeah, as you were saying with Pale Horse, just that unfortunate clear earlier on. But here we go, CJ. Kami, Jules, this would be a shot on. Snarf was there to defend anyway. And yes, Scylla just look like they're tightening up defense, but they can't let this catch them out. They need to keep forward and keep aggressive. Otherwise,
right, yes, CJ.
Strike. There's the shot. Backboard
That's not bad.
Kami pitch.
Oh!
Not quite, but you can see what they were going for there, Bizer.
They haven't finished yet, Rankies. Oh my goodness. Save after save. Scylla are holding on. This will be easy for Ramp. I think this one's done here.
Looking like it will touch the ground. Scylla with that clear. GGs are called out. Really well played to both teams here. Nice close games, Bizer.
Yeah, well, Powerhouse without the chances. So many that they could have got. Yeah, 8 scoring shots, 1 goal. But you got to put it down to the testament of some absolute brilliant defense coming from Silla Esports. Just held on. They were low on scoring shots as well. We didn't see them break away from either game tonight that they played. So it's a testament to Powerhorse holding on well. It was on the back end. Just a couple of shots they had to get in. I don't know. What do we think? What do we think they can do?
Yeah, you know what? Quebec might be the man to ask for that one there, Baza.
Oh, Quebec. Tell us, mate.
Yes, I'm here. Oh, look, Silica Esports just absolutely fantastic in that game. Sorry, Silla Esports, absolutely fantastic. I'm just bringing my sheet up now. But look, our class.
Hold up. What did you call it?
Silica Esports.
Silica. Yeah. Look, let's not get on.
Was that intentional? Was that intentional?
No, I've just been spending far too much time with Bizer and forgot how to read a little bit.
Oh, okay. All right.
The bat is strong.
All right, Quebec. No worries, Quebec. Jeez. All right, run us through your analysis, my friend.
I don't think I can now. Look, yeah, really well played there from Silla Esports. Definitely Emp with an outstanding 2 goals from his 2 shots, but also Staff, very strong in the back line with his 4 saves.
Yep.
You come in Powerhorse. Look, Jules was definitely standout. He took a good crack at it with his 5 shots, but only got the one in that time. And just having a look, Jules spending a lot of time all over the field, and CJ was absolutely a menace. Not playing a single position, but just everywhere. Where you can see Silla, all of the team playing very heavily in that goal box, really. And Bizer, while I've got you, I'll just mention Maturino. Everybody hit up that exclamation mark, Maturino. The prize pool is currently at $412 US. So first place will get 310 Australian dollars, and second place is going to get 155, which is absolutely massive.
That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy, and it's all because of you, public. The chat,
the community
just chipping in where it is, and it's great to have that support here tonight. You know, also Vapour Esports, they chucked in $100 as well on their side. So. Yep. You know, that's come from other semi-pro tournaments, and also Maturino. Without Maturino,
none of that would be possible, really.
That's right. Maturino,
well, some of it would be possible, but the large majority of it wouldn't be possible.
It wouldn't be growing.
Yep.
It's only grown because Maturino have contributed.
Absolutely.
Because they contribute, get it going, people were more inclined to put money in and help this out. It's fantastic. One of these 4 teams that we've seen tonight so far have a real potential. It's the lower bracket that we need to see next to come through. I think we do have the upper finals we played, so that'll be next. Then we'll be going to the lowest and seeing who progresses through. But hopefully we get to see some of the semi-pros over the last weeks get their chance against these big teams.
Absolutely. But as you said, first, you know, that upper bracket final, if I'm not mistaken, that's going to be Silla, who just won here, and Billy Fan Club.
Yeah, it is, and I think we're just going to stay on air. We're not going to go anywhere. We might as well set this one up, so or reset it.
Yeah, going to be an interesting game coming up. It's hard to say who could win this one. Silla, you know, they've been quite on top of their game recently. Not the strongest we've ever seen them, but they're still, you know, seem pretty strong on the field. And Billy Fan Club, as you said, over the past couple of weeks, have had just something weird going on with them. Really, I can't quite put my finger on it. But yeah, as of late, you know, they had an amazing performance in the ESL Invitational qualifiers. Every tournament that I've seen them competing in lately, they seem to be doing quite well. It's like they're getting back up on top there.
Billy Fan Club, questions about their the momentum that's been happening and moving forward. Do we think they can put themselves back on the top roster? Can they knock Jam Gaming off? RLCS qualification coming up. It's very important that they come back in, but this time they're going into it without an org. The organisation is gone, and I don't see any other OCE organisation stepping in and taking them on.
There could be a snipe at the last second. There could be some bit of strategy going on there.
I'll tell you what, it's going to have to be something big. Yeah, I don't think these boys are going to settle for any less. Like they know the caliber. They have an outstanding resume. The last 6 months of gameplay, they've won, I would say, 80 to 90% of their competitive matches over the top 10 in this region, hands down. Their resume speaks success. So if Org's going to take them on, it's got to be something big.
They've already got the track record of being able to take on and even beat international teams as well. They did pick up a win in RLCS there, which Jam Gaming unfortunately weren't able to do.
Yep.
You could call that luck of the matchups as well, but I'm sure the top teams, in fact, I know the top teams in OCE scrim and have games with international players as much as they can get the opportunity to if the time zones work out. So yeah, I'm confident Billy Fan Club can bring themselves back up to the top there, and as you said, it's going to have to be a big org to pick these guys up.
Yep.
But you never know, they could be waiting for that opportunity before RLCS. Perhaps as the qualifiers sort of come around, see how Billy Fan Club are performing in those qualifiers, and then pick them up. If that's going to be the case, remains to be seen. I'm really not sure what particular org could pick them up. There's some that haven't got involved in Rocket League yet. So.
You're thinking, we can call them out right now. I'm thinking Taints of Minds comes to mind, I think. That's one, definitely. There's a few COD 4 teams out there. I can't think of the ones, but there are some out there that don't really touch any other sport, but they could potentially do this one.
Yep.
I want Chiefs to come in.
Yeah, I was
big
just about
time.
to say that.
Chiefs, I think, out of all of them, I reckon Chiefs will be well suited for these boys. I think they have the management as well that will be able to take them to that next step.
Yep.
Orgs offer not just the ability just to go play and be under a name, but they obviously coaching, management, assets in terms of streaming. These guys all stream. They will have all profiles done for them. They'll be on websites. They'll be showcased. The whole lot. They get the shebang. Chiefs Esports stepping into Rocket League, we'll say tier 1 spot in Australia right now.
Yep.
That's what if Chiefs step in, they'll say it's tier 1. I already think it's tier 1. I just think it's yet to bloom in terms of the fans. And yet to really and all the land areas around Australia yet to capture this. But with what we're seeing, investment coming in from different stations and different places, footy teams around.
Yeah.
The 4 majors, we're looking League of Legends, Dota, CSGO, and I want to put in there Rocket League. I want to put that close into
I think
match the rest.
Overwatch will always be on top.
Overwatch as well. Okay, mate, 5. How many more do we want to go? Rainbow Six Siege, COD. Just keep going.
Put everything in there.
Look, I think Rocket League's up there.
I think I want it to be up there. It's a slow start in OCE.
Yep.
It's definitely much smaller compared to the other 2 major ones, of course, Europe and America. But the growth is happening in OCE, which is great to see, and it seems to be picking up more steam as it goes on. It gets quicker as it travels along. So nice stuff here. It looks like we are getting ready for the winter bracket final, though, Baza.
Yeah, the boys are coming through. It's a best of 3 right now. The prize splits, as Cubic said a little bit earlier, sitting there pretty nicely. 247 USD, which is, I reckon, over $300. So it's $100 a pop for first place tonight.
Yep.
Absolutely fantastic stuff. And then you're looking at the second prize, 124. So that's about 150 Australian. So $50 to each player's second.
Yep.
For 4 hours of Rocket League on a Friday night where you're just wanting to have some fun, I think that's a pretty good payday.
Yeah,
I like
absolutely. Yeah, it's great. Great little prize pool to pick up for yourself there.
Yep.
So
only if I could play Rocket League rankies.
Yeah, me too, Baza. That'd be nice to to be getting some of that esports money.
I reckon after everything finally dies down, we'll do casters of the region versus admins of the region, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, like TOs and all that.
Yeah, TOs and all that, and we can do the handicaps. Like we pick the admin teams. I don't know. We'll let chat decide that. And chat, you have the ultimate decision. You tell us what we play on. You tell us what mutators we got to play, because it's not just going to be a normal game. It's going to be weird and wacky.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm up for a challenge.
But make it a charity event as well.
Yeah, that's even better. Speaking of charity events, we've got something on this weekend, don't we?
Yes, RLXL is trying to set something up with OCE, which they're planning for it to be, or I think it's already planned to be
Saturday night. Saturday night, you guys got it?
Yes,
yep.
and
if I'm not mistaken, idea at the moment.
No, if I'm not mistaken, the times are 4. It's due to go from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Before
you guys, it's in Asia, and I'm having a bit of fun over there. So you guys, AGTV and Rocket League Oceania, supporting that, and I'm jumping over with the THE and doing it in Asia with the boys. Drop shot 2v2.
Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Drop shot, boys.
Yeah,
I remember the old drop shot days with Power Horse when they ran the tournaments for drop shot.
I've not had any experience with it.
It's weird and wacky, man.
Yeah,
it needs mutators. it'll be so slow at times, but it's going to be good. But it's going to be epic because Asia's got some great talent right now, man. So I'm really excited.
Some of the freestyles that come out of that region.
Yeah, Namoto Realize, Akira, all those boys as well. Tasty T with the TH team. He runs that organisation with not just 6, but I think he's got 9 players in there. They form 3 teams, and they constantly rotate, and it's crazy. Asia's screaming right now. They want some gameplay, some action. I'm really excited for it.
Yep.
I'm doing a leg over there as well, so that's really cool. We're pretty much self-promoting here. Crazy, man. No, look, it's great time. I'll be on the Asia. And they'll be jumping over and then supporting you as well with the AGTV side of it as well. That'll be epic. Just looking forward to. Make sure you're available Saturday night, guys, and you're playing. Sign up. Well, where can we go to sign up?
I actually have no idea.
RLXL. It's on Discord. If Vapour Esports or Cubic, you can do us. You can find it. I've retweeted it somewhere on my venue. You'll be able to find the sign up. But guys, sign up. We are waiting for all these guys to jump in. As soon as they jump in, we'll bring this game up. Scylla and Powerhorse. Let's go back into this as we've done the shameful plugging. Anyone's got any shout-outs in chat? We'll love to hear it.
It's not shameful. It's
it's
RLXL.
It's tasteful.
Yeah, exactly.
That's right. These two. Where do we go? Who do we go?
I mean,
who's it?
This is that's a hard question. It's a tough one. I would have to go with Billy Fan Club personally. Given the track record being a little bit shaky lately, but I feel like these boys, when they really want to show up and play, they do put that effort in, and it's hard to top a team like Billy Fan Club, in my opinion.
Well, that looked like a fake-off to start the game.
Strong start for Scylla here. They could pick up the first goal, but there's strong defense coming through from Billy Fan Club and immediately stacks the pressure on Scylla. Go Drip A. Could leave that. No, not quite. Torsos wasn't going to be there in time. Jake over the top. Snarf deep in the enemy half right now. It's Drip A. Touch off the sidewall. Jake and Torsos both caught out rotating. Or feels backflip there from Torsos. Jake will throw this one out of the half. Demo onto Emp. Snarf actually got bumped out of the way too. It would be Dumbo to come through and pick up possession. Nice little pop over to Snarf there, trying to get a second touch. Can't quite get it as Drip A feeds it forward for Torsos. This is a favourable bounce, but good demo from Snarf on Drip A. It's touching in the centre from Jake. But again, I think that demo just threw rotations off, and they just got to get back in defence, Baza.
Yeah, settle down for the moment. Where the Billy Fan Club, I'm just so used to calling it out for Sydney, I was about to say it. Where they're playing a little bit better Rocket League was when they slowed the ball down and controlling. So I think that's where they might need to start this, then work it quick.
Yep. Here we go. Off the backwood, Torsos to pick up that one. Drip A. Seeing where that rotation is going to come through from Scylla. Dumbo off his backboard, looking at a second touch off the sidewall. Doesn't quite get it. Torsos, good centre ball. Jake will pick up on that one. Again, pressure on Snarf now. Keeping it on the sidewall. Nice. Going for a pinch there, but couldn't quite develop enough power. And Torsos, good read. Oh, he's dropped it down off that post there. There's Drip A for the follow-up, but uncharacteristically inaccurate there, Bizer.
Yeah, both of them just not getting the bounces. We know them for the bounce play ball as well, so just sort of not getting the touches right at the moment. Ooh, I think they might be a little bit nervous.
That's all three. All he needs to do is put it on target. But Snarf might get there in time. He's tried his best. Torsos a very awkward angle off the sidewall, but Scylla almost caught out on rotations there, Bizer.
Yeah, they went full ham to try and get that one, and that was close, but they hold on at the moment. This game actually starting to tighten up as well, and more control coming in for Billy Fan Club here.
Yep. There we go, Drip A. Again, seeing Billy Fan Club play this same ball time and time again off that sidewall centre ball for a pass and try and develop power off that 90-degree angle with the shot. But I think Scylla have already wisened up to it after the first 1 or 2 attempts, and they're breaking it down every single time now. About half the game expired and still at this neck and neck 0 apiece. Could be a close series, Bizer.
Well, it's just holding up in the air at the moment. These boys just trying to find that forward play. I think it's yet to see the real crescendo yet. Something epic's about to happen. Got that feeling.
I think Drip A really caught out there. Couldn't do too much. That's a good pass from Jake. Almost Drip A. A little bit too high on that one. But you could definitely see him going for that top right corner. again, Demo's come out and it forces a reset with rotations as Scylla able to get on the back of the ball in offense, but they haven't been able to find too many shots on it. What happened there with Dumbo?
He
Took it like a champ.
As he flipped to hit Supersonic, and then he bounced off. I've seen that happen before. The gameplay I've done the last couple of days, I've done that. It's so funny.
Yeah, they don't even realise what's coming. Oh, what did I just hit there? There you go, Emp looking to challenge Torsos. This is good for Torsos. Backboard,
nice
but Dumbo,
read.
yeah, good read. Keep it in the corner as well. Try and waste time. Allow your teammates to pick up boost and get it cleared. Dumbo looking to keep up with it. Will find a second touch. Needs the pass. Perfectly placed there. Snarf flying through, but again, just can't quite get high enough to smack that ball down. And Drippe now with control. Looking for a pass. Almost a straight shot on, but a little bit too high. Dumbo credited with the save regardless.
I love how quick he gets back. Like, he came off that forward line point, had no boost, couldn't get that second touch for his teammate. Straight away, back.
Yeah.
Just went back, grabbed boost, and defended like a king on that backboard. Is it fair to say that's Dumbo's backboard? Like an official part of the ground, the Dumbo's backboard?
Yeah, I think he's done it enough that I feel that that would be a deserving title for Dumbo to pick up something like that.
At the moment, a lot of Billy fan club just smash it into the fan club crowd. They're going backboard pretty much every single time, and just second touch is not working for them.
No, not at all. Scylla trying to find one as well, but Jake has saved Snarf though. Again, I think this is just an exhaustion of rotations from Billy fan club. Oh, look at that shot from Snarf. Yeah, there was a defensive touch there from, who was it, Jake? But just not enough to keep it away from the net. And Torsos and Drippe, they just, even if they wanted to, there was nothing they could do to try and stop that one.
Torsos was heading out for boost. Drippe was in goal. So he backed his teammate to go, but he was watching the play and sort of turned halfway in. Regardless, he was never going to be in the play. That's just tricky, man. That slight deflection is all it takes.
Yep. And what a time for Scylla to score as well with seconds left. There's an opportunity here for Billy fan club to pick up the goal, but Scylla will want this on the ground. Jake, that's a good high ball. Torsos looking for backboard, ceiling. Jake can't quite get there and keep it going in the direction they need it, but still above the ground. Drippe.
They didn't do this last time.
There's Torsos. It's going to bounce down for Drippe. Emp will get the touch, and that could touch the ground. Jake tried, but just couldn't get there in time. Great effort from Scylla. That was scary for them for a second there.
Yeah, it just started to pick up for Billy fan club. At the start, it was like, oh, we don't really have the ball to play. Scylla started strong. They had the opportunities to going early, and then it just sort of momentum started to switch over and change. Billy started to really grab it. And then at the end there, I really like what they did. Just like last game we saw them play, they decided, no, we're going to play it to the floor. They kept that up and going. Obviously, they had to with being down, but that was close. Scylla almost a little bit shaking the boots. But Dumbo, he had a brilliant game, didn't he?
Absolutely amazing defensive effort from Dumbo, picking up the MVP without even being involved in the goal that they scored. Just 2 epic saves there from him. And of course, Emp with that valuable touch that, you know, put it onto the net, was saved out, and a perfect bounce out of that sidewall corner. The curb that Snarf picked up on, and just what a shot. I mean, Jake did get the defensive touch, but it just wasn't enough to keep it away from the that top right corner. So a good goal for Scylla, and Billy fan club will have to see what they can do in the next game.
Yep, and just a quick shout out there, guys. I know there's been a little bit of errors tonight on the overlays. Have fixed it from Power Horse to Billy fan club. Oh, jeez. All right, we're going back in. We should be right. 1-0 right now, Scylla Esports with the lead. Second game, they book themselves into tonight's final. Right now, Billy fan club, they're going to bring it back.
Absolutely. I think they're capable of doing it. We'll have to see. Jake out of the corner. Again, Scylla just looking a bit strong in defense here. Tough nut to crack for the Billy fan club if you're on the aggressive side. Dumbo has time, throws that one long, picks up that mid boost. See, interesting ways that Billy fan club are dealing with the Scylla attack. It's almost a change up on sides here, Bizer.
Well, it's just very early on in the piece. It's a possession of play. That's a nice touch. Cleared out. This is actually quick. It's on. Oh, that's a boomer. Holy moly's, have a look how this worked out.
Look at the save though, and Drippe, what a touch to Torsos, and you can see that's the way that Billy Fan Club love to play. If they get given the opportunity, that is, in defense, work the pass out, have someone sitting not quite halfway, but you know, perhaps a third or a bit further down the field, and wait for that pass to come forward and just a redirect onto net from downfield.
That's how very quickly Silla esports could be caught out as well.
Yep.
There seemed to be, like we're all forward, we're attack, we're all the pressure. Then a small little touch that works in the favour, quick play over to teammate, out it goes. They're like, uh-oh. You can't stop that ball from moving when they connect in the middle. So fantastic play coming out for Billy Fan Club to start it.
Here we go, Torsos. That's going to bounce down really well, but no one there to finish. It even bounced off the top bar somehow. Ebb will try and clean that one away. That's dangerous from Snarf. Jake will put that in the corner. Torsos looking for a bounce to right post, but a good save from Dumbo. Saw that one coming from a mile away. Drippe, again, looking for a pass across, but smart rotations from Billy Fan Club. Almost in that right post from Drippe. So close yet so far. The important thing is they're still keeping up the aggressive pressure. Dumbo, that's a poor clear. He's going to have to deal with another backboard play from Billy Fan Club. Drippe will get that double touch. Jake drops it low, looking for a bounce pass, but not going to be there. Silla hanging on in defense so far.
That was a difficult one because the first backboard just wasn't in a good position. So it really forced Jake to go, well, I'm going to have to play a drop ball. If I go backboard again, then there's two of us caught up front and one back 2v1. It's not very nice when someone's carrying the ball down the other end with that style.
I agree with you there. Here we go, Billy Fan Club. It's amazing how long these guys can keep up the aggressive pressure. Sorry, it looks like it seems like they just find boost out of thin air. But eventually, Silla do react in defense and get it cleared. They're never able to keep up the aggressive pressure for long. They just need to bait out Billy Fan Club, I feel, with a smart defensive play. Jake coming through Drippe. He'd get in the back of the ball and keep it in the half, and now Jake needs to be aware of the pass coming through, but
good pass.
Drippe, sorry, out of the way.
Pumping.
And again, that's a good way to break down the Billy Fan Club side as well, is get those bumps, get the aggressive bumps and demos in as well, Bison.
They're meeting the ball as well as it comes off the backboard, especially these corners. They're not allowing anything to be played in front of their box, and that's where they're being strong. That's why the defense is holding strong at the moment.
Yep. Here we go. This is a good first convincing play in attack that Silla have found. Jake does get the touches around, but Dumbo will rotate through in time. Snarf going for the bump on Drippe, couldn't quite find it. And Dumbo, I think, thrown off by, I think it was Jake that came flying over the ball. Didn't connect with anything, but definitely interrupted the play a little bit there. There's Drippe.
Oh, no.
That's not looking good.
That's not the touch he was looking for, but it's worked out.
Definitely worked out. Torsos will find another one out of the corner, but Drippe already caught rotating back, won't find a shot. Jake, just to interrupt things from Emp, throws him out of the play. Torsos, not sure if that was supposed to be backboard or a top left shot. Either way, not what he was after, I feel. And Drippe, this is dangerous now. Silla have complete control in the offensive half, but where's the pass? It's not there in time, not accurate enough.
I think Emp was in the middle and he just backed out wide. It was like, I'm going to have to play a defensive shot. Because Dumbo was bringing that too close, and in any game style, they will never, ever, unless it's some type of fluke that they're there, whoever score a goal with a metre out, they have to come back to the edge of the box if they're going to score that.
Yeah, they need to find, as you said, they need to find the ball, get it on top of the car and sort of bounce it out towards the centre area on that back line of the box. For a shot to come through, unless you're perfect with timing and coordinating that shot to go through in the first place along the backboard. But usually those are the simplest to break down, so not many teams bother with that anymore.
Or could have just broke the protractor and done something crazy. Use the post to get the deflection in. I can see that happening. I've seen it happen before, actually, and it really surprises me sometimes.
Dumbo.
And sometimes Dumbo surprises me sometimes. Have a look at this.
I think Jake really caught out here, out of sorts. Not sure what he can try and do, but Dumbo, what a play.
Double commit from Billy Fan Club too.
Yeah. That's always unfortunate to see.
Needed that goal. 20 seconds left, Frankies.
Absolutely. So that was the opportunity that Silla were looking for, and well played to Dumbo for finding that goal. Drippe just trying to slow things down, but it sets up Snarf for a pass into the centre. Dumbo looking to play it slow, gets the flick onto the backboard. No shot will come through. It's going to be another backboard from Snarf. End won't be there in time, playing a bit defensively. Just need to touch the ground and There it is, overtime yet again, Bizer. This series is so close.
Yeah, it's been close all night with all the games that we've seen so far. So it's a really good sign for things to come, especially with RLCS around the corner and everything coming to its ends. Throw down the ESL. Just, oh my goodness, it's crazy. But let's just stay in the moment of this game. These two having an absolute blinder, and it's going to take a big, big shot to get it. And tell you what, they're going to do better than that.
Yeah, that was a big shot, but it wasn't a big shot, as you said, Pfizer. There's the shot from Dumbo. Top bar down. Emp will come flying through and have a go, but Jake,
fake.
There we go, Snarf. I'm not sure if that was intentional backboard. Would like to see the top shelf shot. There's one from Dumbo, and that's enough. Jake can't get up in the air in time.
Well, that's Scylla. It's done. What a follow-up here from Dumbo as well. That potential touch as well could have actually just gone up higher. He's directional, so he slightly turned the car upwards.
Yeah.
And positioned himself higher than the ball, so it would play up and then drop.
Yeah.
That's a real hard maneuver just to get that to work. So Scylla, well done at the end there. Holy mollies, I can't believe it. It's the best of 5, so they've changed their mind here. Oh no, it's a best of 5. Okay, Bizer stands corrected. Or Epic. Well, they take a 2-0 lead, so listen to the crowd, they want more.
Absolutely. Gotta love those crowd sounds in Rocket League. It adds so much atmosphere to the game. But,
okay, well, let's bring Cubic in here. He's been watching the last 2 games quite intently.
Yeah, I'm interested to hear what he has to say about Dumbo.
Cubic, run us through. Who's your look? I want you to talk about Dumbo, but run us through what your thoughts are right now.
Yeah, look, I'm really impressed with Scylla Esports, their gameplay at the moment. I mean, Billy Fan Club, they're playing the classic Alpha Sydney style, and their rotations are really quick and really on point. And for Scylla to come up, I think 2-0, it's going to be a great advantage for him. So, look, you can see Jake, Drupe, Torsos, as I said, their rotations all over the field are just fantastic. They're not focusing on one area, either of them. So, all of them really rotating well. You can see on the other half, Scylla, in both games, they're playing very defensive, very hard. So when they go forward, they're making their opportunities count.
Game number 3 about to get underway here. It's the upper final. Friday Night Live, Masters number 3. It's Bizer and Rankies with your call. We're here live at the Escape Gaming Lounge, and well, this is going to be epic as we get into the game. Can Billy Fan Club get themselves back into it?
Honestly, not sure. With the games we've been seeing from Scylla so far, I would say I doubt it. I'm interested to see if Dumbo can make it 3 for 3. His first game, Scylla won 1-0. Dumbo wasn't even involved in the goal, picked up 2 epic saves though and managed to pick up the MVP. He got MVP in that previous game we just saw with another 2 saves and both goals. Can he make it 3 for 3? Good start, but off that top bar. But yeah, if Dumbo can make it 3 for 3, a clean sweep with MVP in every single game, that's a huge showing from him. There's the shot on again, but a great save from Torsos. They need it cleared, and there it is. A powerful clear out from the side of Billy Fan Club. Backboard play, Dumbo breaking it down, needs the save. Somehow got it. Wasn't credited with the save, though. That's going to hurt his stats, but either way, what a play from Dumbo Bison.
I'll hate to say this, but this game's just started off a whole new level. It's just top gear right now. Absolute boomer of shots, boomer of saves. And I was saying big shots. I think we're going to need a triple big shot just to get one in there. Holy mollies.
Well, there's another one from Ev this time, but Drippe with the save, and Jake to clear off the backboard to Snarf with a touch. Dumbo touching it high in that center area. Snarf won't be able to beat Drippe to the ball. Jake, that's bouncing down for Torsos. The shot not on though. Jake trying to set up Drippe, but it's just too far. He needs to stay back as that third defensive rotation, just in case Scylla get that convincing aggressive play forward. And here we go, Torsos up in the air, looking to drop it for the shot on. Gets the pass, there it is.
No!
Top right, not quite there. I would have loved to have seen the pass to Jake, though. He was waiting for it a mile away.
It's hard when you're getting the second touch of a redirection, especially when you're trying to fan the boost to get yourself around for it. Just had to get the nose on it and go. But essentially, that's just speaking of how both teams are playing right now. They have to take some risks.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially with Billy Fan Club on their last legs right now. They require a reverse sweep 3 games back-to-back to be able to take out this upper bracket final. Obviously, momentum heavily favouring Scylla. They'll be feeling really confident right now. First goal for Billy Fan Club is absolutely required in this game, in my opinion.
I'll tell you what, they are working hard for it. That's barred down. Torsos, the easy drop here. He's missed it. Jake will play, but essentially that's an open gap. 2v1. Dumbo's upfield. And just a little, if he opened his eyes a little bit, sent it out wide, or if Dumbo come inside, that could have been the first goal for them as well.
There we go. Emp still forward with this ball. Torsos not having the best of games so far. Granted, that shot opportunity he had earlier on needed to be almost a 90-degree angle cut off the tyres, and those are always difficult to connect on. A good bump from Dumbo sends Drippe out of net. A good recovery. Doesn't quite connect on the ball, but does throw off Emp there. The powerful clear off the backboard from Jake into Torsos. Jake up in the air, calling that one. Just wants to throw a shot on, but the challenge in time from Dumbo. This man is just everywhere on the field tonight, Bizer.
Couple players with low boost here. Gives Silla a best opportunity to score snuff. Oh,
they can't find the back of the net. It's just post every time.
Yeah, they've been ever so present when they go forward, but it's just the pace and the frenetic pace of this game is really putting the players off from shooting low. It's just high ball at the moment. Oh, that was close!
That was definitely an intended pass. Snarf knew he couldn't find a shot in from a pinch off the backboard. I think it's physically impossible. There's one from
there we go.
Jake, so close yet so far. Dumbo picking up the assist. Good touch off the ceiling. Launches up in the air and gets what a play from Silla. How did Emp get up there in time for that shot, Bizer?
Don't know, it just moved.
Yeah.
It just moved without seeing us. It's 3.5 minutes of insane gameplay where we blink and we miss something like that. Crazy stuff right now. We've got calls in the chat for this to go to game 5. Silla, can you just drop the bundle for a moment and let Billy Fan score?
Yeah, this series going to game 5 would be amazing to watch, but so far Silla playing it stronger. It could be a 3-0. There's under a minute 10 remaining, and they find themselves up that first goal. I did say that Billy Fan Club, it was vital for them to pick up the first goal in this game to try and find as much momentum as they could. So far, nothing for them in this series, but things can always change in Rocket League. A very fast-paced game, Bizer.
It's very random at times as well, and go either way, but at the moment it's coming down to each player's skill. The mechanical skill is going to sort of progress through this, and to be honest, I think some ones play, maybe? I don't know. It's an interesting call. The second goal coming in from Snarf, and I think that's defense completely caught out here.
And that's Dumbo picking up another assist again.
Oh no,
Poor old Drippe. I don't know if he was trying to stay upside down or he was contemplating a half flip. Perhaps couldn't make his mind up in time. Knew a challenge was going to come through regardless from Silla. So definitely a sticky situation to find yourself in there.
2 goals, 30 seconds. We've seen miracles happen, but in terms of this gameplay, I'm sort of starting to hit the nails in the coffin, Rankies. I think this one's done, but it's exciting story for what could be coming to the end of this tournament.
Absolutely. I mean, we've seen both teams play absolutely well. It just seems tonight so far, Silla playing better as a team. Billy Fan Club, they're still up there in terms of skill, but just the team play for tonight, just not there in time. And there it is. It's impossible now for Silla to lose. Just waiting for it to touch the ground. OCE keepy-ups, you know what it's like. And they may not even push for a third, but Dumbo, he's not going to be able to keep that high enough.
Please don't.
You don't want it to drag on forever. What a series, though, from Silla. Close the entire way.
Yeah.
But a clean sweep regardless.
Yeah, and it's interesting. It's like, if you have a look on the scorecard, just in the blank score, 3-0, you're like, oh, yeah, Billy Fan Club, just they're continuing to lose and they're not having a great run at the moment, blah, blah, blah. Like, that's what critics could say. But if you actually watch the gameplay and see how close it was, Silla just played with such intense in that one.
Yep.
They went hard from the start, the get-go. Billy Fan Club, like they had moments in there as well where they challenged and they looked to gain control. But then it's just about Silla retaking and recapturing the possession of game, and they controlled that.
Yep. Beautiful counter
throughout the entire series, they controlled with possession play, and just held it into their favour. And like you said, counter-attacks were definitely a lot better with Silla.
Yep. Absolutely. It's an amazing series to watch. I'm sure Quebec has got some pretty interesting things to say about it as well, Bizer.
Yeah, look, absolutely. I mean, you guys summed it up pretty well. Silla just absolutely dominating that game, and Renke's your man Dumbo. He's been MVP for the past 3, so he's been absolutely dominating. It was all attack coming in from Silla in that particular game. Unfortunately, Billy Fan Club spending a lot of time in defence and only getting a total of 3 shots for the entire game, which is pretty unlike them.
Yeah, really uncharacteristic. But I mean, sometimes it happens. Bizer, I'm sure would agree with me on that one.
Yep.
But like, Yeah, I'm happy to see Dumbo was able to make it 3 for 3. 3 MVPs back to back. Amazing performance from him in this series.
He's a player that has been sort of on the fringe for so long. Like he's and when I say fringe, like fringe of being the top, the best player in the region. There's been other players that just hit that mark, you know.
Yep.
And like we look at the legacy days with the old legacy lineup, Soma and Aaron, they always consistently stayed at the top there.
Yeah, with a Ryan.
Bango and Monty Connor, those guys, Snuff, they've had their turn up there. Dumbo is sort of being on the points, and he's been close. At some point, some people's favourites. But that game right there, that's speaking loud and clear right now. If you don't play Dumbo properly with the gameplay, it's gonna shut you down.
Yeah. Who would
Big
you?
time.
Interesting question. Who would you currently rate as the top player in the region?
It's hard.
It is hard.
It's really hard. I don't think there's enough consistency from anyone to really give him the top nod at the moment.
Yep.
I'd probably put Express up there at the moment for me.
Yeah.
Potentially, he's one that I was sort of going, I don't think he's gonna go that high. I think he's a great support player and whatnot, but then he's starting to pick it up in his gameplay. I've seen some really insane stuff from the fact that he just jumps off the roof and scores goals for the sake of it.
Yeah,
That just gets me happy. That's why I put him number one.
If there's one thing that Express has always been consistent with, is his striking. Again, he's very strong in defense too. Started out his professional career as a defender.
Yeah.
But you know, his aerial play has always been just so strong. And I would agree with you, and I would put Express currently at the top. But again, it's all so close for best player in the region sort of title.
I think that's a conversation, not just for us, but for you public out there. I think you could have a say. You know what? That's going to come down to the awards at the end of the season as well on Rocket League Oceania when they do the favourite player. There'll be so many to pick from. I think it's going to be the closest year yet. I should be backing out of this one. I think I've been told to back out. Lazy buyers, get out of the game. We're slowly getting everything right tonight, but for you guys, I'm hoping you're enjoying yourself and enjoying what's going on. The next game, I think, coming up, I'm just gonna click into the brackets as we've got everything re-rolling again. So that leaves Alpha Sydney.
Billy Fan Club.
Billy Fan Club coming down to the lower bracket, and that leaves Scylla with a break going into it. Now, the games have been played through. It looks like we are going to see the two teams that haven't been on stream tonight. It's the Moist Kites taking on To Be Decided.
The team name, I love some of the OCA team names.
How about that, eh?
There needs to be RLO need to put in their next awards thing, best team name, or most creative team name, or something along those lines.
Yeah.
Moist Kites could definitely be up there for a run-in with the best name, because Moist Kites don't fly well, Bizer.
No.
Is that a sort of a point to their aerial skills? Are they not that confident in them, or?
I don't know. Look, I don't know.
I mean, last time I saw them play, they were doing quite well for themselves. So maybe just to throw the other teams off.
Yeah, maybe it's a sort of a reverse karma thing for themselves in the way they think. It's going to be interesting. I want to see the lineups. See who they're playing with tonight, and we can talk a little bit more about it. Cubic, are you having a look at the lineups? What are you thinking with these two teams coming up?
Yeah, look, I am looking at the lineups. I'm really excited that 2B decided in. I mean, these guys, previous winners of the 2v2 Legends Night just the other week.
wow.
PS4 team, very
That's
exciting
right.
to be coming into the scene. And then you got the Moist Kites, also known, I think, a lot of them from Duos Infernos. I see Bango in there as their coach, so. Look, another very exciting team to come into this final as well.
Exciting stuff coming up then, Bizer.
Yep.
Be interesting to see who's going to take it to move forward to face up against Billy Fan Club. That's always a threatening matchup, so both of these teams, I'm sure, I would say excited, but a bit anxious at the same time.
Just a shout out to Hungry Jacks, guys.
What have you got there? Is that a Coke?
I think it's a Coke. The missus dropped by before.
Is that who that was?
Yeah, that was my missus.
Oh, right.
She dropped by, man. You ready? You ready? She's probably going to laugh at this. A little bit advertising here, boys. We're going to see a new sponsor coming. I don't think you guys can see it. It's Cocoa Black Chocolate.
Okay.
right? Have you ever tasted it?
No.
Are you into chocolate? Do you love chocolate?
A little bit.
Do you have allergic reactions, Rankies?
No.
You want to do a taste? You can do a taste, man. Have a look at this.
Alrighty.
There's some good stuff, man. Like, just reach in there and grab something. You tell me what it's like.
Alrighty.
Yeah. Caramelized coconut buttons as well,
Oh,
guys,
that
for you out there.
That looks nice.
Have a look at that. That's beautiful chocolate. Indulge yourself, Rankies. You tell me what it's like. Apparently, it's like crazy stuff right now, Cocoa Black. There's one in every town in Australia, unless you live up to the top end, which...
Oh, man, it just hit me.
Yeah. Is that... is that a Renzi...
That's amazing.
A Ranky-gasm? It's a Ranky-gasm. Let's go, boys. We'll love it.
I want some more. I need to know where they are.
Oh, well, here you go, man. I have plenty of chocolate at home, mate.
Oh.
It's all yours.
Are you
Present
sure?
for you. Yes. Yes. Wow. I have so much. I still got Easter eggs at home.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm a bit like that as well. I tend to hoard the Easter eggs, and I'm ashamed to admit it, but I probably have some that have got, when they start to get a bit old, they get a bit white around the edges.
Yeah. Oh, white around the edges when they get old.
With the chocolate as like milk chocolate for Easter eggs.
Oh yeah.
Have you ever had really old Easter eggs and you get them out and they start to sort of fade in
they
colour?
go white. Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of get a little not white,
But it's not moldy, is it?
no, not mold.
Of chocolate? Does it taste weird?
No, it's
still chocolate.
It's dry, and I suppose if you could use the word stale, if that even applies to chocolate. Sorry, it's a little bit like that, but
yeah. Funny enough, that's actually like real chocolate.
Where-
The other
so-
stuff's like 2%. Those Cadbury type of stuff.
so they're called Cocoa Black.
Yeah, Cocoa Black. There's
And
there's
they
two
have
there's
a
two here in Perth. There's
retail
one,
store.
There's a retail store in the city and there's a retail store in Claremont. There you go.
Right.
Plugs for Perth,
I
ladies and
need
gentlemen.
to find that store
Yeah.
because my aunt
Yeah,
would
you're
love that.
going back. Look, you'll probably get a discount.
Yeah,
My missus will give you half price. No worries.
awesome.
That's it. You know what would happen? Yeah, it'll be at the point where like everyone will go and they go, I know Bizer, give me half price chocolate. I don't know. Look, ladies and gentlemen, we are waiting for these two teams to come in before we go. We're not going to go to a break. We might as well stay on live. We're enjoying ourselves. Rank is drinking his chocolate. You got another shout out for us. who are we doing now?
Before we do the shout out, Bizer, can I just ask you to check the Discord, please?
Can you unmute me and let him know?
Alrighty.
Who am I unmuting?
Nah, you need to turn off crossplay, mate.
Oh,
What's happened?
I'm pretty sure it's on.
Should be on. Oh, it isn't.
No, that's when you don't say anything.
Oh, shame.
Oh, it feels bad now.
That's all right. Ooh,
Oh,
Well.
problem solved.
Well, you could have cut us in and told us, man. Jeez. We're having a good time. We're enjoying ourselves. Yada, yada, yada. Crossplay.
we need to enjoy the Rocket League, Bizer. I'm excited for this team to come up.
Yeah,
I'm sitting here.
I'm actually as well. Like, you just don't think PlayStation are playing right now, so it doesn't apply. Can we get details?
Yeah, what are the names
Can
of
we
the
get
players?
Can we get details in here, please? Like, I don't have any details to get back in, so details, please. Let's go. I'm gonna look up the details. Ben's wants some chocolate, apparently. Well, in Brisbane, there's no. Wait, hold on. No, I don't think they have a chocolate place in Brisbane. Well, maybe it's because Max Brenner's crazy over there in Brisbane. Yeah, if you're a chocolatier, you'll just love Max Brenner.
Right.
Who are we looking at? To be decided.
Yes. I'm interested to see.
So Aim, Zombie Freak, Sniper Shaw, and Zack Attack, which is Roffy. Now,
Okay.
Aim's big player. I've seen him.
I've
He's
not
crazy.
seen him.
Zombie's a good midfield link. Sniper Shaw, probably a Nolan, maybe. I'm not sure. I think it was those three. Roffy wasn't playing. So these three, they took out the 2v2 Legends night, and it was against Bluey and Sammy.
Wow.
Yeah.
Louis and Sammy.
Yeah.
They're strong
So it was
players.
Ames and Zombie Freak that
Right.
took them out, and then they had a semi the last week semi pro, and I think they got pretty far in it as well. I can't remember exactly the place, but they were crazy as well. Now, I hope the players haven't started, or we just got back. So, let's.
Yeah, Sniper Shaw rings a bell, but
Hold up.
Ames and
Does that say
Zombie
join
Freak-
party match? You can actually. I didn't know that. Did you know that?
No.
You can join a party match when you're invited into a lobby if you leave.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never done that.
Are we going to show everyone this?
Up to you.
Can we? No, was that just a fluke? No, it wasn't. Okay. Let's have a look at this, please.
Yeah, I've never
learning
seen. I've never
learning
used
something
that
new.
before.
Learning something new. Have a look at these cars. Look how gorgeous they are. Oh yeah. Oh, the wizard hat.
I love the wizard.
Yeah.
hat.
Yep. Yep.
Shout out to Merlin AI, my favourite AI in the game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Nice.
the magician on the field.
Yeah.
He can score
Once upon a
against.
time, that was Dumbo.
It-
No. It was Wizard Bob that I used to. Do you remember Wizard Bob?
No.
Wizard Bob. What was it? It was the Wizards. Geez, that goes right back to like season 1. Maybe season 2. Maybe before you, Rankies.
The only
I
Bob.
don't know. Anyways, we're getting sidetracked here, man.
The only Bob I know is Ice Princess Bob.
Yeah, watch this, boys. So just join party. Join party match. And I clicked it. There we go. We're in.
And that's because Quebec
How
is already
about
in there,
that?
right? Yeah, wow.
No, it's because one and only Lobby Master's in there as well. Mr. Payback.
Yes.
Okay, so we are waiting. Kurto, Decker, and Spiral. That's Moist Kites.
Yep.
What are we thinking? What are we thinking about them? They have potential. They light up the screen. Like Decker loves to fly, loves doing crazy stuff. He's now a part of their core.
Decker.
Yeah, Decker is.
Yeah.
Sanias is taking stepping back to sub because he's got, I think, commitments with school
Okay.
and whatnot. So Decker's come into it, but I'm yet to see Decker really slot in and be a real sort of a plus for the team where they go further with it. They've only sort of just held up at the moment.
Because they're formerly Deus and Feroz.
Yep.
Right? I saw massive things from Decker on Deus and Feroz. In fact, one of your intro videos.
It's all about Decker.
Decker, yeah. Really amazing. So he's definitely up there in terms of skill.
Yep.
So what you're wondering is how he fits in with the team exactly? Or?
Yep.
Right.
Well, he's a monster of a player when he gets in the limelight and connects with the ball. He does crazy stuff. I play games with him. He just laps up the stream. He just laps me. He's going crazy, doing bonkers stuff. He's a phenomenal player. But from the gameplay I've seen him play with his team, they're fall short of these top deciding teams. This one is going to be really interesting. I think we are looking at backing out and remaking the whole lobby.
Okay.
So I think that's what we're going to have to do here. Sorry, guys. This is what happens when you get PlayStation. People, you don't bank for it, but I like it. I like the fact that they're here and they got this far into it.
It's nice.
Can we put the question out? Will we see a PlayStation team beat one of the top tier teams in the region and claim victory of the Masters on Vapour Esports? Rekis hasn't seen it before and he's umming and ahhing about it.
It's hard to say for two reasons. The biggest reason is I've not seen this team play before.
Yep.
So the second reason is PC Master Race.
Yeah, and apparently the PlayStation's like 10 years ahead of what PC technology is.
Oh. I mean,
I had to do it. I had to do it.
For a simple matter of pride, I would like to see the PC team win, but bias aside, I've not seen them play before. I have, however, seen Moist Kites since they changed their name, going under the banner of Moist Kites as well.
They're another team I want to be picked up by an organisation. Like they speak a lot of positivity. They're continuing to improve. They're very they're marketable. They do things that excite people. So you know, if an organisation was to step in and pick them up, I think it'd be really beneficial. I don't think a tier 1 for them. I think tier 2.
Definitely.
Tier 2 that can give them the support to get up to the top. And then whether they decide to sort of go, well, we can give you that extra support when you go to RLCS or you qualify for those type of things.
Yeah.
Then that organisation steps up.
Yeah.
But I think a tier 2 organisation out there really needs to step in and take these boys on board. I hate seeing teams for 3 or 4 weeks without an organisation. I think they should have one. I think it's part and parcel of it. I don't like them being solo because I love to see social media buzzing, Twitter going off, just highlights, replays, montages, all this. It all happens with an organisation. Without one, these guys just play games. You don't see much of them, and that's what sort of like you want to build the community, you want to build the scene in the region. Organisation's got to be there.
Yeah, I think it's up to the players as well to earn
that as well. They've got to earn the right to have well, not the right, but yeah, they've got to earn it. They've got to earn an organisation as a sponsor or something, in my opinion. So, but yeah, I mean,
Free to staff apparently, says Daisu. There's a meme going on right now.
what's the meme?
I don't know. It's just free staff. Free staff. It's going off.
What free? Is he being locked up or?
I don't know. Who knows? Daisu, settle down.
God love Daisu though.
Why isn't he playing?
I don't know.
Are you dedicated sub, Daisu?
I've not asked the question.
All right, we got the PlayStation boys here.
Oh, we do.
Sniper Shaw,
Ames
and Zombie Freak. This is going to be amazing, boys. All right, let's bring the music down. Let's get into the game. This is going to be epic. I'm loving it. And what are we looking at? A best of 3 in this one. So this is going to be a pretty tight contest from the start.
It's going to be interesting to see how this goes. As I said, I've not seen this side play before. What do you think the result's going to be like, Bizer?
Oh, I think it's going to be intense. If Deca, Kurto, and Spiral haven't done their research on them, Aim, Sniper Shaw, they're going to do some really quick stuff and to start it. Oh my goodness, Sniper Shaw.
What a play, though. I mean, granted, Spiral got a little bit out there. What's the name of this team again?
The to be decided.
How have I never heard of them?
Because they barely play in anything. They've only been in the Vapour 2v2 Legends as of last week.
Right.
And they played from 2 weeks ago and then a semi-pros. Apart from that, the players just play in their own little merry land. It's probably the only person would be Roffy, and Roffy's the one who's brought these guys out.
Right. Well, you know, we're only 30 seconds in. I'm really excited to see more Bizer. We'll see how the Moist Kites can deal with it. There's Spiral. Oh, so close. We're going to roll that one in off that top bar. Kurto was there to support. Here comes Deca. Or is it a bit high? It's a good pass. Sets it back for Spiral, but just too high. Smacks it in the top post there. Zombie Freak going to get out. Ooh, nice roll around Kurto. Has control. Looking for the backboard. There's Sniper Shaw. A little bit too early, but there's the follow-up shot.
They're all committed here.
Kurto got the save. Ames couldn't find it past him. Now Deca. We've seen him pull off amazing dribble plays. What a flick. Sets it up. But again, Spiral and Kurto already respecting this to be decided team. It'll be Deca back to Spiral. Trying to find that right post. But Kurto comes through. Does delay the attack. But here comes Zombie Freak. Needs to stay on the back of this ball. It's 2v1. There's a pass through from Spiral. Broken down by Ames.
It's an interesting start, Rankies. The Moist Kites,
Oh!
well and truly looking for it. Deca. I'll come back to my point in a minute. Have a look at this, man.
Interesting bounce off the wall there. Oh, touch from Sniper Shaw. Not
That's
enough
a
to
read.
find it past Deca. And yeah, as you said, a great read from Deca. Those are the sort of plays that not super fancy looking, but still really mechanically, takes a lot of skill to do that.
Well, I was going for the 50-50 challenge, and Sniper just ends up putting it into Deca and comes off the card just awkwardly. You can't really equate for that. That's Rocket League in entirety.
Yep.
If he wanted, he just probably need to carry the ball or go really high with the play. Nothing low and direct. The player's waiting for it. In saying that, a really good start by the Moist Kites as well. They looking so much to use their teammates and pass. There's no real individual play.
Yep. Here goes Zombie Freak. There's no one. Ames. Already Zombie Freak on the back, but again, did put the shot on, but Deca came swooping across to stop it. There we go. Seeing a lot from Sniper Shaw as well on the field. A good demo on the Spiral, but still in defense are to be decided. Off the ceiling, Spiral lucky to respawn on that side and get in position to clear. Zombie Freak off the sidewall. There's Sniper Shaw. Won't find it past Deca, but this is heavily going to be in favour of Ames. Spiral does make the challenge work for himself, though, and Ames perhaps took a little bit too long to get there. Deca off the ceiling. Kurto does slow it down, but still goes back to their half. Sniper Shaw just wait for that boost respawn, picks some up. Off the backboard. Oh, that's a mistake there. Spiral taking advantage of it, sends it far post. This is so unfortunate to see from Sniper Shaw here. A little bit his fault. Bumps into Zombie Freak and then Spiral. Nice aim there to find that far post.
I think there's a little bit of aggression comes to Spiral. Knocks one player out. There's a mistake coming on in defense as well from To Be Decided, which puts them out of that play. And you know, they started strong on the first goal. They look promising at the moment. Defense is the question.
Spiral. There's a lot of 50-50s happening in this corner, Buzz. He does find it possession, looking for, goes past it. Unfortunate as Sniper Show will now look for the clear. Decker, again, keeping it up near Spiral. Seems to be Spiral is the man that's always setting up the shots for his team, Bizo. I like the plays that I see from him. He wins a lot of the 50-50s in the corner. One, that wastes a lot of time to be decided, and two, it allows his teammates, of course, Kurdo and Decker, to get in good positions. It's a good back pass and off the sidewall from Decker to Spiral for the clear. They're going to have to work for another one. A good bump there, and that sets up Sniper Shaw for a backboard play. Shot through from Ames, but Kurdo instant save. What an angle from Sniper Shaw, but Spiral will clear out now. A lot of pressure there, Bizer, just evaded on the side of most cars.
They've got to be careful. It's if you have a look at the upper bracket games that we watched a little bit earlier in tonight's stream, the rotations were solid. There was at least one player pinning it up every single time. It was 30 to 40 seconds worth of pressure. What happens with 2B decided is they get all three up and have a quick go at the goals, and very quickly that can be turned around and scored against them. So they have to be careful when they go forward. Probably need to keep a player out just for that second touch and back themselves having a crack, because some of them have just looked really risky shots, and sometimes you don't need to go for that second bite.
There we go, Zombie Freak in defense in the corner. Nice touch out with Decker. Does make a 50-50 work for Spiral, but again, Zombie Freak on the back of the ball. He has no boost though, and he's taken all of his momentum away. Needs a pinch off the ground or something. Wins it in the corner, but Decker for Kurdo does get the touch over the top. And Kurdo stole that mid boost. The defenders are going to have a hard time getting back. Spiral needs to get up for the touch, but Sniper Shaw did pick up enough boost to be able to sweep up that backboard and get a clear. Could he put the shot on? Spiral's there to interrupt.
Yes!
The bump worked out in favour of Sniper Shaw.
Have a look at this fake. Have a look at this fake though.
Look at the bump that he gets. How did he recover from that for that touch? What an amazing touch. He got bumped and still got it, Bizer.
Oh my goodness. Wow. That's what they needed with 20 seconds as well.
Yeah.
Look, there's been two occasions in this game alone where Decker's had the chance to run the ball out with a quick rebound. Again, we saw how aggressive the boys at 2B decided were setting themselves upon. That one is going to go against them. Oh, risky play. Spiral getting the third one.
I would have liked to have seen them play a bit tighter in defense here, but instead they were going for the long clears and sending a man up ready to receive. And as you said, Spiral taking advantage of the open net. And that could be enough for the win here for most cuts. With only 10 seconds remaining, almost need a kickoff goal.
Oh, don't say it.
Not going to happen.
No.
It's already broke. Oh, they might even find a fourth here.
Keep you up.
Yeah, that's it. It's done.
They'll play that one down, Spiral. Oh no, he's gone wide.
I think he tried to smack it in the ceiling to bounce it down. It's not been enough. Amazingly, they're still keeping it up. Ames, they're out of position.
No, they're all out now. They're all out. Yep.
I like the idea, but just execution a little bit off.
Well, reports, Rankies. First game you've seen the boys. What are you thinking so far?
Yeah, as I said, I don't know how I've... well, I do know now how I've not heard of them before, but I'm disappointed that this is really, their first sort of, well, not the first, but they're only just starting to break out into the competitive scene in the public eye, and yeah, great team play.
I think we're going to see a little bit more of them come in the next one. They started with the first goal. I think there's just an open defense, and they had a real chance to score on that. I reckon they'll do that again.
Yep. But
they're going to be careful. They're throwing a lot of players forward, not getting back on the rotation. So you can see they're not trial and tested against what's a regular play, Rankies, in terms of top tier play. So they're just going to make sure they get the defense rotation back on song.
Absolutely. Moist Kites, great effort from them in that game as well. Picking up that goal with only 10 seconds remaining, that's harsh to be decided. It's always difficult to find a goal with only that much time left.
Well, the boys are going to get set back in for game number 2, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you're enjoying yourself in chat right now. We're having a pretty good call here at Escape Portal Gaming Lounge. It's pretty exciting as the boys get set to go. Can 2B decide to get themselves a game and make it super competitive going to a third, the golden game? We'll see after this. Kick off with Zombie Freak to start it.
Absolutely, and again, to be decided if they can pick up the first goal like they did in the last game, then extend the lead. Don't leave an open defense as much as they did in the last game. And we could be going to that third game. Remains to be seen, as we keep on saying, anything can happen in a game like Rocket League. Change in the blink of an eye. Good touch from Kurdo there. Ooh. Almost finds backboard. Well, broken down by Sniper Shaw with that basketball flip. It's almost a shot on from X-Ames, just couldn't quite be there in time. Will work for a backboard play. And it, Zombie Freak going for that shot on, but interrupted by Kurdo on his backside there.
I like that. I like that from Ames. He took it back, but it's too risky at the moment. Oh, they just get away with that one.
Yeah, Kurdo having some great plays in the offensive half at the moment. That's a good clear off the backboard from Sniper Shaw. Decker slows it down. Needed to win that 50-50, but couldn't do it. Kurdo, great save. Keep it out to the side off the backboard. That was the first opportunity for it to be decided, but a great response in defense from the Moist Kites.
Oh, he's going to play this.
Oh, Spiral. Oh. Yeah, you could see he jumped up in time to be able to get a judge of where that shot was going. X-Ames required in defense now. Gets the save out to the side. Decker trying to slow it down. Gets the touch pass, but there's the third rotation from Sniper Shaw for the save out. Just shot after shot, it seems, from both teams right now, Barzo.
It's looking a lot better in terms of defensive rotation. They're getting back, making the saves. But what I see from Decker and Kurdo is they're being physically aggressive on their forward line, trying to create those golden opportunities. I think both teams have stepped it up in terms of gameplay.
Yeah. And you see Spiral rotates out, Kurdo and Decker on the attack. Spiral just sitting there as that third man. Valuable position for Moist Kites to have someone like Spiral in. He's going to turn around off the side. Well, no boost, but he can flip. Makes the 50-50 work for him. However, Sniper Shaw and Zombie Freak in this corner ready to defend. Decker does find it past Zombie Freak. Won't find it past Sniper Shaw, but a lack of boost. Oh, Spiral really should have challenged on that
boost
one.
Over ball.
He does win it, though. Zombie Freak needs the save, gets it.
Oh.
Well played, diving across that goal face.
I'll tell you what, that almost went against him. He chose to burst over the ball, gave an opening, gave the player a chance to send it forward and have a crack at goal. Could have completely gone against him, but they held on.
Decker was looking for that corner, but Sniper Shaw, how has he done that? Zombie Freak will come through and finish, because again, you want that ball in the back of the net as soon as possible.
He's inverted it.
Touch. It was going in. It was going in. So call it a steal if you like, but I still like to see the goal secured.
He polished the steal.
Yeah. What a touch though from Sniper Shaw to get that one on target.
Halfway down, one goal, and they start with their first rankies. It's not exactly how they started it, where it was very quickly scored, but what they've done here is really sort of thought about their defense and their rotation. It's looking good. They need to hold on now.
Yeah. Yeah, the later you leave it to score as well, if you're confident in not conceding early, the more difficult you make it for, in this case, Moist Kites to make a comeback. But good passes in defense. Zombie Freak intercepts that one. It's going to be Spiral over the top. And Sniper Shaw. Been amazing all over the field, Buzzer. Impressive in defense and offense. Obviously, that touch earlier on for that first goal.
More plays being probably left on the floor to be played out. A lot of bounce balls. So both teams not looking for quick play. They just want to calculate, get the pass going, and try and use their momentum as they head forward, but they want to catch a rotation. At the moment, it's set a little bit too much. It'll be the 50-50s that have to be played out.
Yep. Moist Kites having a really difficult time in defense right now. There's a lot of pressure being stacked on by to be decided. Decker, good touch. Spiral looking to turn around. Here to support Decker. Wants the carry over the top. No boost. The fake almost works out, but Sniper Shaw, what a read. What a reaction time there from him, Liza.
That was almost the perfect play coming out from Decker. And Sniper, well, you've seen so many players just go up and not come back down, and that's where the ball goes underneath and carried. I've seen Decker do that hundreds of times before, but Ames comes through. Don't talk about Decker because he got absolutely embarrassed here.
Great intercept. Decker couldn't quite make it there in time. I don't think it was possible for him to make it there in time. Ames up in the air a bit sooner than him as well, puts that shot through with only a minute, 1 second remaining. It's still possible at this stage for Moist Kites to bring it back, but this is heavily in favour of to be decided right now.
I told you, they're a team of absolute some power and aim. Sniper Shaw proving themselves at the moment. Zombie Freak being in the play as well. It's a team effort, and they're definitely going for it. Another one launch for Ames. Last 40. Oh, God, it's a sense of excitement right now. The chance to see a third, but maybe a couple of goals here for the boys of the Moist Kites.
Decker, thing he didn't put that on. It would have been an easy save for Ames. Takes it up on the corner of the sidewall there. Gets a win, but again, big clears coming out from to be decided. Spiral, easiest save of his life, still has control. He's Sniper Shaw, ready to move forward. Zombie Freak's ahead of him, but look at the positioning of to be decided. Sniper Shaw far enough back to break this one down, sends it to X Ames. Or bumped by Spiral there, still maintains possession. Can you carry it
yes!
in? It's looking good.
No!
Good save from Decker, but it's not enough. I mean, the fact that he was able to carry it through the air and waste those seconds with no challenge coming through.
Oh, he was so close, so
Still
far. I don't think Decker's going to let goal go past twice in a game, but wow, what a game coming out to be decided. They tie the series up and a potential chance to go to the next game.
There we go. Coming up to the third game. Moving forward, whoever wins this goes up against Billy Fan Club. So, I mean, they're in for a tough one, Bizer.
Look, it will be a tough one, but you know, Billy Fan Club, they haven't been on top of their game. They've played some really good Rocket League and come up against Silla Esports that have been dominating the scene of the late gameplay. But this is the next level. These two teams have been waiting for that chance, so they're both going to fight hell for level coming into this third game.
Absolutely. It's going to be interesting to see who makes it through in the end. I mean, to be decided. Bit of momentum on their side now, but I mean, Moist Kites, obviously, even under the old name of Deus and Ferris, we've seen them have heavy comebacks in the past as well. So they're definitely a team that's still got potential to make it through that last lower bracket final game.
They do, and you don't want to count them out. So this game's going to be interesting. Chat, I want to know who's going to win. Cubic, you're going to have a look at chat and tell us, come to us halfway through the game. I want to know, or just tell us in general. Turn your mic up, man. Tell us, what do you think of the game so far?
Oh, this is just an absolute ripper so far, this game. I'm really enjoying seeing the Moist Kites and 2B Decided coming through. And I think, Rankies, I'm absolutely loving your reaction to 2B Decided as well. So it's it's really exciting. So, look, just got to say that Ames, 2B Decided just playing absolutely dominant then. But props to go to Spiral and Decker also having a fair crack in the attack as well.
Go number 3 on the way. Another quick goal potentially for 2B Decided. Who knows? They're going to have a crack though. Oh, that's a good start.
Decker in defense. The clear out. Spiral, not quite sure what he was going for there. Perhaps a misflip or a fake out attempt. Didn't work for him. Kurdo, this is dangerous. Ames is already up in the air. Kurdo had to jump there. He had no choice, just if he wanted to make a 50-50. And it's not worked out in huge favour for Moist Kites. However, they've done enough to keep it away from the net. There's Sniper Shaw, roll over, but see Spiral, Kurdo. Get caught out there. Decker is going to be required for this one on the backboard. That's a good touch.
I've never seen him scramble so hard just to get a defensive position in the air.
Kurdo.
All of them. They're all sort of like all over the place at the moment for the Moist Kites.
That was a good touch over from Ames, and Zombie Freaks won it. It's just off the backboard. No follow-up attempt coming through yet. Decker needs to turn around, but Spiral rescues him. If that shot came through, it would have been tough for Decker to make a save facing backwards. Needs a touch, but there's Sniper Shaw. Good save from Spiral. This is just to be decided all over the side of Moist Kite's net right now.
Interesting, the misplay was called, so Ames came and challenged. Took the ball away and gave it back to his own teammate in possession, but it's gone now and a chance here for the Moist Kites.
Spiral looking for a pass across, but broken down by Sniper Shaw. Decker not won that. Sniper Shaw, that's 3 challenges in a row that he's come away with victory off the back of. Zombie Freak trying to fake out Spiral. Decker will come through, finds it past him for Ames, puts the shot on for far post, but Decker there for the easy save as there was no power on the shot.
Oh,
Decker
this is the best
shot on
place
himself,
for
but 2 defenders. He's not going to find it past Zombie Freak. Sniper Shaw was there to support as well. Again, a lot of pressure on the on side of to be decided right now, but there's the counter-attack. Decker might make it. Oh, so close, but what, I mean, it's in his name, Ames.
Yeah.
Where he placed this shot, back left
God
post,
mode.
made it as difficult as possible for Decker to reach it, just inside off that off the inside edge of the post.
You could call it his aimbot.
Yeah.
Look, he's strong on the floor, he's strong in the air, and his placement has been great. I'm loving this second play as well. Like, the players are doing a bit of a fake, looking to shimmy and whatnot.
Oh,
and this is a
Zombie
great
Freak.
touch. Oh, Zombie Freak.
Up in the air, I mean, use that sidewall to get up there. Decker just couldn't get a powerful clear, and Kurdo way out of position. I mean, there was nothing Kurto could do. He was already in the air, so you know, credit to him. He did as much as he could given the position where he was, but Zombie Freak just had the better play there off the back of Decker's pass attempt into the midfield.
If you don't have possession in terms of defensive prowess, if you don't have the midfield line or the power, do not clear back down to the hot spot.
Yeah.
Decker just let that come back out. Obviously, you said he didn't get the touch. And it's pressure usually at the end of the day that comes from that.
Yep.
You don't want that being a goal down the game. We're halfway down at the moment. Cubic, what is chat saying? Who do they want to win?
Oh,
the
look, from the
shot.
score poll I put out, it's going to go PS4 at this rate. Everyone's backing the PS4 guys.
I don't blame him.
Neither. It's exciting, isn't it? I never thought I'd be excited about a PlayStation team, but it's fantastic.
Yeah, not in the OCE region. I've seen a lot of really, really good PlayStation teams in Gfinity tournaments.
Yeah, and I know of one that's actually come off the PlayStation to the PC to actually be able to challenge for RLCS.
But yeah, in OCE region, I've seen some good PS4 players, but I've never seen a PS4 team do so well in an online tournament.
Yeah.
There we go, Sniper Shaw just delaying things in the Moist Kites half. The control for them, Spiral sends it out, aims. A good bump on the Spiral from Sniper Shaw, sets up Zombie Freak for a backboard play. Ames is there, can't put the shot on, but it's okay because the more time they keep wasting in the defensive half of the Moist Kites, it's just more time for them to put more goals in or keep the lead visor.
And this is the thing about their team. They sort of do some weird, wacky stuff where they go in front of the goal and they look for a defensive touch that actually favours them and gets a sort of a duck on, you know, they play off them. I'm liking this play, and they just love it in the air as well.
Yeah, it's nice to see them trying to force those errors in defense and then playing off the back of it as well. Just makes it even better. That pinch is looking good for top shelf. It's going to be it. Not quite top shelf, but Spiral will certainly be loving this one. And that was...
it's not a deliberate Kobe,
no,
but
it was
certainly
luck.
a Kobe.
Yeah, there's some luck involved there for Spiral, but he did angle his car for the ball to go out that way, so credit where credit is due.
Yep. Well, that's the goal they needed to get. With 55 seconds remaining, it's a possible chance here. They have been in it, and they have sort of played some really strong rocket lead. They just need to control this here, not give anything away. Oh my goodness, Ames. Got to cool the Jets, son. But then again, we don't want them to win.
There's Spiral. That's another long shot. Is it going to go? It actually is.
Oh,
this really should have been saved. There's no question about it. But Spiral, I mean, long shot Supreme Master.
yeah. So there was.
Ames thought the second touch was going to come through. Good fake.
I thought Sniper Shaw as well. He was in the midfield, and he decided not to go. He thought he wasn't going to be able to get to that.
Yeah.
If he went up, he probably could have got a deflection,
Maybe,
gone slightly wide or slightly high. Just got to go up for those challenges. Even if you think you're not in, go up.
Absolutely. You try your best to get your car in the way. It throws off. I think it was Kurto that came across.
Yep.
And that was what was throwing off Ames as well, as he thought this might be a redirect attempt. In the end, Ames just couldn't react in time. Spiral, will he find a third? Zombie Freak does get the epic save. That's the saviour badge as well. Decker looking to keep up pressure
They're
with
both
Kurto.
on the backboard, by the way.
Yeah.
That was scary.
This is dangerous.
Oh, here we go.
You expect Decker to get those saves, but now it's Spiral. We've seen him get the long shots from the goal box, and that is just going to be the touchdown on the ground from Decker, I believe it was.
Well, Moist Kite's playing for overtime, sort of behind in the series in the game. Well, not in the series. They took the lead and tied it up, but holy moly, it's like they got a little bit of momentum, and to be decided. This is the moment where it makes people in OCE fully aware of them.
Yep.
They got to win this game.
Absolutely, Kurt. That was a good centre ball. Spiral with a demo in the background, but it's just going to be a reset regardless. There's Spiral. He's got two long shots already in this series. Can he make? Sorry, not the series. This game. Can he make it a third? No. Will be saved out. Even the second attempt going out dry there. Ames has found it past them, and that's it.
No! They've got it!
Watch the way that Ames plays this as well. It's quite a basic dribble, but he waited for the challenges, and this is sometimes the hardest part. As soon as he saw Kurto jump, got ready for that roll around to the left side. Zombie Freak is there just in case it goes a little bit too wide to correct it into the net. But in the end, I mean, as you said, Ames with the aimbot, putting him on target left, right, and centre.
And just for you guys playing at home, it's not an actual aimbot in the game. He's just living by his name. And quite dangerously, if anything. Well, there's a PlayStation team going to the next round, taking on what you would consider to be one of the best teams in the region.
Yep, Billy Fan Club.
Are you excited for what's about to happen?
Yeah, I'll be honest. I don't think they've got much chance up against Billy Fan Club because Billy Fan Club.
No, I
are
don't
at
think
the
so
stage-
either. I don't
They're
think
at the
so either.
stage in the tournament where usually they're like, all right,
Yeah.
in all seriousness, let's stop messing around and play our best to get to that grand final. But you never know. I mean, to be decided are obviously going to come in this as hard as possible into the next game. Will the pressure? I mean, we've already seen what they can do in the attacking half buys. Are up against a
Yep.
team like the Moist Kites. Will they be able to keep the same pressure against Billy Fan Club? Is the question.
Look, the best thing about these guys is they don't traditionally play these top teams. They don't go out and scrim them on a day-to-day basis. So what they do is they play their Rocket League.
Yeah.
You can see their own branding from the get-go.
Yep.
There's points where they get 2 defenders after the ball's cleared to go out and get a double pinch to go forward.
Yep.
You can see they've got their own type of aggression when they go forward. They traditionally play through the air and get a second redirect to play off the air and backboard. It's different. It's completely different, slightly refreshing as well.
Yeah.
It's like going into Asia and playing guys who play off the wall 100%.
Yep.
You know, a different meta. This is what PlayStation have been so, like, if they don't come out and play the PC Master well and they play their own niche and get really good at what they do, then come in and then dominate, it's a completely different genre. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think
It's something else in OCE. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
But there will be tested next game.
Absolutely.
Speed is where it's going to be at, and
Yeah.
I think the pace wasn't there.
right.
I don't think they had the pace for Billy Fan Club.
Billy Fan Club definitely a lot faster of a team.
Yeah.
I would say. However, as you said, the advantage that to be decided are going to have coming into this game is, you know, perhaps not having the experience up against a team like Billy Fan Club, is they're just going to be focused on playing their game, and that's a big thing in Rocket League. If you can control the pace of the game and force
Yep.
the opposite team to challenge you, you know, you have control over the game. Making Billy Fan Club play to be decided's game is going to be the advantage that this team is going to come in having just naturally.
Well, that's going to be the next game coming up. It's a best of 5. Billy Fan Club. To be decided. A PlayStation team about to challenge. Chat, I want to know your opinions and your thoughts. We're going to bring in Cubic, our mastermind tonight in terms of analyticals. And mate, you're having a bit of fun sitting back and chatting away and just enjoying yourself. How are you, my friend?
Yeah, look, I'm loving this. I actually get to read Twitch chat and get to
How
go,
is Twitch
go a
chat?
bit-
Is it a meme fest already or what?
Oh, look, it's getting there, but I'm enjoying it. Look, it's all clean, so
Good.
that's right, as long as it stays clean. No, look, very exciting. I'm super excited to see 2B decided into this final here. And just a good point that I've noticed is they never let the Moist Kites get anywhere in front of goal. It was always the Moist Kites were always forced to take shots from an angle, which is extremely good work coming from them. So excited to see how they take these guys on.
Well, they were very focused on the corridor, weren't they?
Yeah.
It was all about taking the play from the pockets,
Yeah, from the wings
bringing
and
it
the
back
pockets,
inside, and then making some type of play come off that. Even if it was just blocked, they always come to that middle point, and it's sort of like their lead play. So it'll be interesting to see what Billy Fan Club are going to do to put that into place, because they traditionally like playing wings as well. But often we do see them go down the middle when it's needed, when it's crucial, when it's a quick rebound play, but not all the time. So
No.
this will be interesting.
I think you're right there. Billy Fan Club, one of their strongest shots is pass off the sidewall into 90-degree
You get a
sort
lot
of
more.
redirect.
You get more pace.
A lot more, and especially using cars like the Octane or the Dominus.
Yep.
That can, you know, especially the Octane with that powerful corner, you know, the side dodge or whatever people want to dash, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, I don't think you can develop much more power than something like that. That, and also you see a lot of the bounce shots come through from Billy Fan Club as well. So the advantage, well, it's both an advantage and a burden and a curse, I guess you could call it. That to be decided have not played against Billy Fan Club before.
You think about
perhaps.
this, they've got nothing to lose.
Exactly.
Nothing. There's no pressure on to be decided.
Yeah.
Right now, if I wanted to have a pressure and put pressure on someone, Billy Fan Club. These guys are buying for an organisation, right? They are looking for one, and I know probably people are looking at them.
Yeah.
if a PlayStation team that's never been seen before comes in and just beats them hands down and cleans them out, it's a best of 5, remember? So there's plenty of games to be played, but there's a free O down the other way. I'd be a little bit shocked, wouldn't you?
Yeah, I would. I don't think Billy Fan Club will ever make it easy for any team to do that sort of thing. But yeah, you know, as I said, both a burden and a curse that to be decided have not played up against, well, as far as I'm aware, have not played up against Billy Fan Club before. So it's you know, new turf for them. I would like to see them, and they probably will come in to this game with the mindset of, you know, let's play our game.
Chat's having a bit of fun. 3-0 to be decided. Yeah, nice. Yeah. That's a bold call. That's a bold call. Look, before these players get into it, let's do a quick shout out to Matcherino tonight's match code free Masters. Get it in there, guys. We are currently sitting at $428 USD dollars. That is crazy. The top prize pool for the first and second team is $100 to each to the players, and then 50 to that. Shout outs to Wadehouse, Nightmark, Torsus, and Falling. The guys are getting into the game, boys. So let's get going.
Oh, that's not Torsus, that's Torso Pants.
Yeah, that's Torso Pants. Sorry, I'd just like to shortcut it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
Don't get that confused with Torsus, who's on the field right now, ladies and gentlemen. Underway with the kickoff. Ames up against Jake. It's a good win for Ames, but again, that just gives possession to Billy Fan Club straight away for them to make the first aggressive play. There we go, Sniper Shaw off the backboard. Zombie Freak looking to follow up. It's 50-50 with Torsos. Ames, again, smart play, stays in defense. It's a double commit. Sniper Shaw does get a big enough clear that they can get away with that one. We drip A, touch onto the sidewall here. And already we're seeing a massive change-up of how to be decided. We're playing in the previous matchup. They're really right now trying to figure out how a Billy Fan Club going to play as a team. The shot almost going down. There's a return on Sniper Shaw required in defense and does get the save, but you can see
we expect that, don't we? We expect the quick play to come back as well from Billy Fan Club. But it was interesting. Ames beating a defensive player on Billy Fan Club. Lovely, but nice touch coming out from Torsus. He starts with the first.
Yeah, and as I was saying, we can see to be decided on the field, trying to figure out how Billy Fan Club are playing their game right now. They can't let too many more of those go through. They need to get on top of it as soon as possible. We go second kickoff. Again, good cheat up from Sniper Shaw. Has to play the 50-50. As does Zombie Freak up against Jake, but it's a great rollover. Torsos and Drippe up on that backboard. Jake just needs a touch to keep it away from Ames. Can't do it. Judging it perfectly. Oh, almost. Wanted to set up Sniper Shaw with a little bit of a pinch or something, but...
That would have been something for the ages if that happened.
Yeah.
I was sitting going, are you really looking to set it up? That's the thing about Ames. He does some weird things, but they're almost on the verge of like mastery. They're brilliance.
Yeah, if he can pull it off, and he has done already, we've seen in the previous series some amazing stuff come out from him. If he can continue to pull off those plays, it'd be great to see Jake. Ames, doesn't find it past Drippe, off backboard, Torsos, again backboard. Jake up in the air, Torsos looking for a redirect, it's over the top. Zombie Freak does get up in the air just in time, uses that top bar to send it out. Ames looks for the clear, Drippe over the top. This is looking really good for Billy Fan Club, but the clears come out and pressure is relieved off that net. It allows to be decided to get out of the half, grab some boost. There's a shot on, good save from Ames.
Well, it just seems to be all the pressure on them right now, and they are playing more nervous, if anything. Go back to their gameplay. Don't let them dictate the pace here. Just trust in your defense to get the clearance and stuff like that. The read from Drippe.
Was that Zombie Freak in net? Sniper Shaw. I think it's a Fields backflip from Sniper Shaw here.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. I mean, it would have been hard pressed to reach the ball anyway.
It's too late anyway. He's gone backwards. Yeah.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate there. Accidental Fields backflip. Even if he didn't have the Fields backflip, I don't think he would have got there in time. That shot was coming in pretty fast. And another one from Torsos, but Ames, trust him to be there. We've seen massive amounts on both sides of the field from him so far tonight.
Yeah, look, we're just having a look at the Billy Fan Club. They played slow and calculated with the rest of the game to try and get an edge. This one has just been about pace, and it's continually just throwing the car at it. And it's sort of the old style that we saw from when they were back early on in the After Sydney days. Quickly, the manners just changed for them.
Not a huge amount, but enough to make a difference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's another one. That's high in the second and third follow-ups. will come through at the moment. They're all being aggressive, so a quick play over the back would be beneficial.
Ooh, Drippay!
Oh.
Oh, Sniper Shaw did just enough to send it. X-Ames. We've seen, as I said, we've seen a lot from him. I'm loving his play so far tonight. Him with Sniper Shaw as well, and Zombie Freak has just had amazing plays, just clutch plays in defense. But so far, I mean, they've made some of those in this game, but not enough. There's a redirect shot on from Drippay from a nice pass, but Torsos, yeah, won't find it past Zombie Freak that easily. Has control, could be a flick over, and yeah, not enough. He wanted that flick across to the right for, I believe
Need
it was
his teammate
Ames.
to be there. Oh, that's close.
Oh, Jake, what a save. I didn't think he would have enough with the angle there. Has control now up in the air, trying to find it past Zombie Freak, but what a good judgment flying to get to that ball in the first place from Zombie Freak and find the right angle. All about judgment up against a team like Billy Fan Club Plaza.
All of a sudden, too, his side have got some possession here and started to take some control, so might be seeing a goal incoming, but they're going to have to work hard for it.
Absolutely. There's Ames. That side ball in the corner, Drippay. It's clear forward. Jake is here. Has time as well. Baits out the challenge from Zombie Freak. It's just one man in net of the name of Sniper Shaw. Zombie Freak does find it past Drippay. Zombie Freak. Seen a lot from both him and Sniper Shaw, while Ames has tended to be the one with not constantly doing this, but he's had more solo plays compared to Sniper
Oh, this
Shaw.
pass play is
Zombie Freak
brilliant!
through.
Oh, as you took one look to the right, my friends, Jake did this.
Wow. What a pass to Torsos, and what a shot as well. Again, it's just down to the shots coming through. They had a man in net,
Yep.
but it's that fast they just can't react in time.
And that's what you said before. Come off the side,
Yep.
then get the
Into the
redirection and
centre.
power.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's where it's been at. It was interesting because the play was slowing down as well. It's not as quick as it started. The first 2 minutes, just frenetic with pace.
Yeah.
But now they get one back. Oh, Drippay putting the fourth one in, and now they're making mincemeat of it.
Nail into the coffin visor.
Yeah.
And maybe this was intentional from Billy Fan Club, is lull to be decided into a false sense of security, let the pace of the game slow down a little bit, have them a little bit more relaxed in defense, waiting to just play the, back and forth ping pong game.
And then rip their hearts out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They get into that, a bit of ping pong, and now it's
Oh!
just goal after goal from Billy Fan Club. Again, now, I want to say To Be Decided did a great job in the beginning of the game of matching and even sometimes controlling the pace of the game. But Billy Fan Club just, I want to say it's part of the mental game, sort of brought them down, slowed the pace of the game down, and then they've just started hitting it home. And now it's To Be Decided just can't catch up to the pace of the game.
It's valuable experience though. Like you play hard. The first minute or two was quick, it slowed down, and then you lose possession here. It's just been about the control. Ames got no boost, wanting to get the last say of this first game, best of 5. Billy Fan Club will take the first one, but I've got a feeling that the second, third games are not going to be blown out. Like, I think Billy Fan Club all of a sudden have just shown like how they're going to play their games tonight, especially against To Be Decided. To Be Decided now need to counter this.
Yeah, absolutely. It's going to be tough. I did say that I feel like Billy Fan Club are going to win this series, but I feel like To Be Decided are definitely going to get something out of the series. So, it is a best of 5.
Yep.
Still plenty of opportunities. Billy Fan Club still require 2 more games back-to-back for a clean sweep. But I would like to see To Be Decided send it to the 5th game. I think they've got it in to do it as well.
I want them to do it, but they need to take the second game.
Yep,
Like,
they need to.
If they're going to...
They can't let Billy Fan Club get the momentum.
No. They get 2, they're more likely just clean it out straight through. It has to be 2 games in a row for To Be Decided from here.
Yep.
And then Billy will fight their way back and clutch it. That's the only way this is going to pan out. But an interesting battle going on so far. Cubic, talk to us, mate. What is chat thinking about it?
Yeah, look, I think Chat's just trying to test Nightbot at the moment, but that's okay. Test him. He's not going to change. But look, coming back to the game, look, it's just all dominated by Billy Fan Club there. And just, you can see To Be Decided spending 99% of the time just in their goal box saving the ball. I think in total, To Be Decided having 8 saves between them, and with Billy Fan Club just 2.
A bit unfortunate there for To Be Decided. As we just heard Quebec say, they didn't have too many opportunities coming out of the half, and the first half of the game, a little bit more than that, they did play really well. But towards that second half, when Billy Fan Club were convinced they had control of the pace of the game, it was just goal after goal after that, and finding that fifth goal definitely secured it for them with the limited time remaining. To be decided, need to not let this affect them too much mentally. They're going for the bumps on Torsus, great idea, just execution wasn't there, Buzzer.
No, it wasn't. And again, I like the way this is starting. There's no easy opportunity coming for Billy Fan Club either. They're going to have to work hard for their goals. But I want Ames and Zombie Freak, especially Sniper Shot. He was very damaging in the last game where he was bumping and being aggressive. Ames up in the air. I just want those two to find the base again.
Yeah. There's Drew Bay versus Jake. A bit of miscommunication there on the side of Billy Fan Club. And that's going to be the first goal. This all came down, if you watch Jake for the first moment of this replay, just fly past, double committed there from between himself and Torsos. And Drippe, who did get the first touch, tried to rotate around in time, but they really needed Jake there. And yeah, I would hazard a guess at just a bit of miscommunication, and great stuff from to be decided to take advantage of that, pick up the first goal.
The kickoff was really awkward there for to be decided on that point, but it's interesting that this gameplay level right now is coming down to mistakes.
Yep.
And it's a nice goal there, countered by Jake.
And there's a lot of teams out there that know exactly how Billy Fan Club play this backboard style.
Yep.
And again, that's what I was saying. It's both a blessing or a burden. A blessing and a curse.
Yep.
For to be decided of not having the experience up against them. It gives them a chance to force Billy Fan Club, if they can, to play their game. But it's also a matter of just not having the understanding of how Billy Fan Club play that style and not being able to react in time. Playing reactionary Rocket League, as I like to call it, is always a bad thing.
What is Torsus doing?
He's a ballerina, man.
Oh, that was a pirouette and a half, wasn't it? That one's going to drop. Oh, the touch here. Ames got the touch, so it puts off the attack. They're going to get the third anyway. That's all three up.
Yeah, and again, this is textbook Billy Fan Club. Ex-Alpha Sydney even, they've been doing this for such a long time, is force the challenges from defense, boost deprive them, rotate through, and just keep on bouncing off the backboard, and when the time is right, send it to the back of the net.
The third player can come up and do that as well, because you won't ever have a challenge going to 50-50. It's over. You score or you absolutely beat it.
Yep.
That's it. Renkies, I don't think if you're aware, but I think you punned it right then. That's textbook from Billy Fan Club.
No, I'm not aware.
No.
What have I done?
I'm thinking, no, don't worry about it. I think the Billy Fan Club, you read books. Textbook action.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
What do you do in
it.
a club? You read books. That's what you do when you're nerds.
Yeah. Well, I never...
Well, hold on, are we all nerds?
I don't want to...
We are nerds. We're watching esports right now.
I think we are.
Yeah. There you go. I'm just trying to dig myself out of a hole right there.
We're possibly
I don't
bigger.
read books.
Well, neither do I. I consume all my content online. So again, I'm a nerd, I guess.
I suppose so. We're getting carried away at the moment. 2-1 scoreline to be decided. We started with the first, but under pressure again and can't control this game. It's all about the Billy Fan Club. And Torsus almost there.
Oh, Drippe. So close. Ames getting credit with the save there. It's going to be Jake to wrap around as Torsus just falls back, sends it to Drippe. A bit too late on that play. We'll send it on the backboard. Jake, not too much he can do, but Torsos can do a lot with that third rotation.
And that's sort of where he's been played tonight, staying back, waiting for it.
Both him
Drippe and Jake have been so aggressive being forward and just forcing that defense to be pulled out of all sorts of proportions. Torsus coming through, just cleaning it up. And to be honest, out of all the gameplay I've seen in the last 6 months, Torsus has been the king at cleaning up with the third shots.
Yeah.
Really, really has. If I had to bank it, I think it would be probably a 98% ratio for him to scoring and not being that. I barely see him miss it.
Yeah, he's pretty accurate, especially with those kind of plays, as you were saying, that come out from the side of both Jake and Drippe setting each other and Torsos up. Great pass plays come out. But look, to be decided, they're dealing with it okay. It's not terrible at this stage for them. There's the back pass to Drippe, chips it really high, looking to read it off the ceiling. Bit of a tough bounce to read it. Jake, how did Sniper Shaw get the save? It's going to be Jake again. Zombie Freak will pop it high, and that's going to work
and it wasn't Torsus, it was Jake.
Yeah, there you go. We need Torsus to clean that one up, Liza.
Torsus, Get your groove on, mate. Get forward again.
He's there. He's going to have to be up and challenge this. He won't be able to put a shot on. He will now, though. No challenge coming through. Just that last bit of boost to get a second touch for Drippe to come through. The back pass won't work out. Jake, well, actually, it will work out. Zombie Freak couldn't find it past Jake. Another back pass. Drippe, backboard, Torsos, third rotation. Yeah, too close to Zombie Freak for that one. Aims, pops it high, and to be decided, really need a goal ASAP, Visor.
Yeah, they haven't looked like scoring in the last minute and a half, and that's a scary point here, Rankies. I don't think they're going to be able to get forward to set anything up. Torsos, Jake, Drippe, they're famous for that midline rotation where they just continue to boost up. Don't think it's happening with this one.
Yeah, it looks difficult. That's a great centre pass.
Double defense
There's
commit now.
Drippe. It wasn't Torsos. It needs to be Torsos for those shots, Visor. A little bit off on the accuracy, but it doesn't matter. 3-1 with only 15 seconds.
This is going to be
remaining.
a goal.
It's going to be a goal here from
Chance.
to be decided.
A possible chance, but we don't think so.
We've seen how Billy Fan Club play kickoffs in this kind of situation. They play really safe. They get a good challenge off the kickoff, and then it's just, if the opportunity is to hold offensive pressure, they do that. If they have to play defense, they play it very smart.
I'm just going to sit with Jake, see how he plays it. So Torsos, no one actually contests.
That's the offensive pressure. They're just going to keep it up now and waste time. Pick up a fourth goal if they can, but it's not even necessary. Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Straight down on the ground from Drippe. Keep it high, keep it slow, waste time, and there it is, 0 seconds. It just needs to touch the ground now. It's going to be up to be decided to keep it in the air. Oh, just on the line. Can we call that a fourth goal? Or?
Oh, I wish we could, but no.
Almost from Billy Fan Club, that fourth. As we said, it wasn't required. It just needed to touch the ground. GGs are called out. And this puts to be decided in a very, very, very tough situation.
Yeah, it does. It does too. So we talked about how they would start. It would be at the point where they can lose one game. We're okay with that. They lose the second. It's a tough road back. They're looking at 3 straight reverse train. The reverse train sweep, reverse sweep, whatever you want to call it.
Yep.
Billy Fan Club, not known for losing like that.
No.
Not at all. They get the games in a row. They finish it. They clutch at the end.
Yeah, and there's not many teams out there that that I can bring forward to my mind that have done that up against Billy Fan Club either. It's quite rare that sort of stuff happens to them.
Yep.
I would hazard a guess that teams like Legacy and Jam have done it before, but again, that's from what I've seen of them, few and far between.
A positive to talk on to be decided. 2 goals, 2 scoring shots.
Yep.
100% conversion ratio. That tells you right now the amount of pressure that Billy Fan Club had just put on that team. They just completely dominated, didn't even give them a chance to go on the forward line.
Absolutely. And, I mean, now they still have momentum swinging in their way. Not by a huge amount, but, Billy Fan Club, they always work well with momentum. To be decided, I'm confident in their ability to pull off a reverse sweep.
Come on, I want a reverse sweep. Let's chat. Give me your energy. Don't give me your energy. Give the boys the to be decided your energy. We want a PlayStation team to upset probably one of the juggernauts of the region right now. It'll be epic. Rankies, game number 3.
Not a good start for to be decided.
Nope.
And while I'd like to see them pull off the reverse sweep, I want to stress that it's going to be extremely difficult up against a team like Billy Fan Club.
Well, you don't just rock up and hit the ball. No.
It takes
that's
a lot of work.
anyone, mate. It takes a lot of work. It takes hours of scrims practice and mechanical skill. We know Ames is good flyer, snipers. Takes it when he goes forward. What is Ames doing on the other side of the stadium?
I think just a little bit disappointed with the start of the game.
Oh, he was flying there.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, there was nothing he could do about it. He was the last one to have a fly at the ball. Again, they don't want to let, and this is a really strong start for Billy Fan Club, but it's something that, we're used to seeing from these guys as well, Bizer. To be decided are not going to be used to this, and it's going to be even more difficult for them to, just move past this and say, all right, it doesn't matter, let's start putting our own goals in the back of the net. Credit to Sniper Shaw there, he tried, but the defensive rotations from Billy Fan Club just too strong at the moment.
Maturino's at 500 USD.
Wow, shout out to
Holy
chat.
mollies.
I mean, that had to be a donation, right?
Yeah, it has to be a donation now. The chat's not getting out that high. The codes are gone.
Are all the codes gone?
Well, I don't know. Are all the codes gone? I'd say the codes wouldn't get you that far. It were 426, so it would have been, what, 74 codes in a matter of 15 minutes? I don't think so.
Yeah, that has to have been like a $50 donation.
There's
at
a big
least.
one there.
Yeah. So if there was a donation, whoever's done it, we'll see.
Envy,
So
Envy with a $70 donation.
$70.
Yeah.
What was the name?
Envy.
Shout out to you, Envy. Amazing stuff. That's US as well. So, you know, you're creeping towards 100 Australian donation there.
It's big. That's big, boys. Well done. Let's get back into this. To be decided.
Oh!
Holy
What's the
mollies.
speed? What's the,
119.
not the fastest I've seen, but
No,
it looks
but-
damn fast.
He split the middle here.
Wow.
Savage.
I mean, he's got that RLCS Season 3 Elite tag on, so you expect shots like that.
Yeah.
There we go, Torsos. Nicely played. Keep it on the ground. Try and win those 50-50s, and there it is. Oh, it could have been a shot on. Sniper Shaw would have been hard-pressed to save it. Drip A bounce. Torsos muscled out of the way from Ames. Well played in defense so far, but it's 3-0, 3 minutes remaining, and there could be the fourth Jake off the backboard. Again, Ames.
This is better. This is better play from them, and it makes you question, where the hell was this in the first couple of games? They've stepped it up, but they've got to keep control.
Oh, this is... Ames has just been all over the place in defense, where it counts, more importantly.
He wins the 50-50 as well. That's the third 50-50 so far.
Oh, no! So close.
Sense of Masters deja vu.
Yeah, almost an express goal there. Could have been.
That's montaged hardcore lately. It's everywhere. But it's express. What do you expect? Where?
Oh,
Speaking of that, where the hell is Jam Gaming?
Have they played tonight?
No, they're not here.
Oh, perhaps just not available. I mean, it does run pretty late for them.
Yeah.
So, especially with Monty Connor being in New Zealand.
Well,
can
he should be.
understand that.
He should be used to that. He should be used to be playing at 2 a.m. in the morning.
What if he's got other commitments? That's all I can say. Is
Well, that's true. That's understandable.
Yeah.
Tosses with 4 of the golden 4. And I think one thing I'm going to say right now, as soon as Alpha Sydney get the 4, it's game over. Yeah,
especially with only 2 minutes left.
Yeah, you can bank that. Did I say Alpha Sydney?
Billy Fan
Billy
Club.
Fan Club.
I know what
Yeah.
you meant. I know what you meant.
It's just like, I refer back to the days when they were dominating. I did say it, and I say it all the time. As soon as they get the 4, unless the team's tied up or with them, no, you can't get back to it. And they just continue to hold it up. They'll waste time. They'll go back to the defensive mode and they won't worry about scoring goals.
Yeah.
Although they're searching right now. They're going to put another one in. Defense is completely put out of play.
I mean, they'd already put it up against, you know, they put the challenge to be decided of, here you go, you've got to average a goal every 30 seconds. And now they're just increasing that. This is going to be extremely tough for to be decided to make a comeback, and it would not surprise me, in fact, if we see a 6th go in, and maybe even a 7th from...
And they set up in Brazil.
Yeah, could be. I mean, it really should die, but you can't, like, something that was a thing for that long doesn't die that easily.
No, not in this game platform either. It's like celebrated.
Oh, here we go. Could be the guy. Torsos, great save. As Jake now centers it up. Drip A. Didn't rotate through. Sniper Shaw. Is it too close to Drip A? So they've got to get back in defense again.
I'm thinking he should have played that there. Go
Yeah.
up and just make a contention. Even though you're not
Ames.
going. Ames! Yeah, buddy. Woo! Your boy Ames here again. This time he's straight down the field.
Great control.
Straight.
Ah, nicely played. Was that Drip A that he beat out?
Bit of style in the end as well.
Nice. I think it was Drip A that he beat out.
Well, Brazil's on point.
Could be two more goals.
Legit Brazil.
Yeah. Yeah, early days of Brazil being a thing, you know, in weekly tournaments where there'd be a team like Billy Fan, like one of the stronger teams in the scene. They'd go up against a team that no one's ever really heard of.
Yeah.
And they'd force the meme. They'd put an intentional own goal in, you know, score 7, then own goal, and then just play for the 7-1.
Yeah.
It's Brazil, but it's boring.
Yeah.
This is the one that you really like to see where this other team worked for that goal. It's even more soul-crushing, but at this stage it doesn't matter because it's the third
It'll
final
be
game.
interesting because they want to play for it, so they'll just do some really crazy defense. Oh, that's
Go.
risky.
Sniper Shaw trying to find it over Jake, but yeah, played it a little bit too early. Needed to force Jake to move to him first. Zombie Freak trying to keep in position for a save there, but again, you don't want to just let...
It's a good touch.
You don't want to let the Cider Belly Fan Club throw shots at you. Need to get on the back of the ball and clear it out. But with the second sticking down buzzer, it's pretty much impossible at this stage.
Oh, well, hold it. Hold it. It ain't over to the fat lad he sings, Rankies.
I mean we've just seen a 6th goal go in now for Billy Fan Club.
Yep.
So with 15 seconds,
It's possible.
highly, highly, highly improbable.
Nah, come on. Come on. Flirt with danger right now, Rankies. I think it's happening. Watch it. They'll do it. No,
Well,
no,
we go-
okay.
yeah, no,
I'm gonna eat my own words.
Will we see a second goal for the side to be decided? Doesn't look like it. We might not even see the Brazil.
Keep you up. Keep you up.
Oh, yeah,
Nah,
no, Drupe can't keep it up. Dumps it on the ground. GG's. Don't throw me off there, Buzzer.
I've just lost it. I just lost it right then and there. Not to be repeated, Rankies.
No. I mean, sometimes sentences like that come out.
No. Well,
and
this game's good for it too.
right after you see it, right after you say it as well, it's like, did that really have to just come out of my mouth? But
Yep.
you just move on. 6-1, Billy Fan Club win.
Yep.
In a 3-0 fashion, which is kind of what I expected. I'm really, really impressed with the first 2 games to be decided, though.
Yeah, me too. I think they worked really hard. The last game was where they sort of set in their own element.
Yep.
Against a team they're a little bit more familiar with, but then coming up against a team that's got a lot of experience behind them and really good gameplay styles. It was always going to be a challenge for them. And like you said, like their own style could come through and shine, but then also they don't know how quick these guys are going to play. They don't know how they're going to rip them apart. Like you mentioned at the start of the game, bringing that ball back from the wing into the midline was exactly how they played it out, and they just continued to dominate. You couldn't stop it. The players went up, 2 double commits. They were nervous for this game.
Absolutely.
Complete different change from what they were in the last game they played.
No one can blame them for being nervous in a matchup like that either. They were so close to, in the first 2 games, pulling off their style. But as you said, it's a matter of figuring out, is our style going to work up against a team like Billy Fan Club? Sometimes it can work in your favour. Most of the time, especially up against a top-tier team, it's not. But yeah, credit to them for, I know the series score, it kind of looks like a scrubbing. But to be decided, they had some good players in game 1 and 2. And yeah, a bit unfortunate end there. Billy Fan Club smash at home as we expect.
This is going to be interesting because the grand final's coming up.
Yeah.
It's a reset. There's no advantage. It's best of 7. 14 games, guys, if Billy Fan Club can reset it.
Could be.
Yeah. That's exactly right.
Potential of 14 games to be played. What's the time right now, Bizer?
9:30.
So
11:30 in the east.
we're looking at minimum game time of 20 minutes. If it's just a 4-0, which I highly doubt. When you've got Billy Fan Club and Silly, you expect that it's not going to be a clean sweep for either of these teams.
Yeah.
Maximum amount. I'm terrible at maths. Let me work this out. We're looking at like over an hour of gameplay. Potentially.
Big time. Big time. You know what we're going to do? We're going to take a break. Because we've been solid at least for the last hour and a half, and we haven't taken it. But we're going to build some anticipation. We're going to put some music on. We're going to refresh ourselves and come into this final. It's going to be massive. Scylla Esports taking on Billy Fan Club. To me, 1 versus 2 in the O series right now. 1 versus 2. 100%.
Yep. It's a big matchup coming up.
Okay, we'll take a break. We'll be right after this. Send on his way, the power shot, and cleans out the goal line. Easy goal, ball on the lines. Just, here's the thing. They put a shot on out for Sydney, but they did a disciplined thing.
It's not allowed.
No, that's bad. Oh my goodness, Drupe! What are you doing? What a goal! Then again, just come off a 3-game straight. Oh, Dreamy, that's very tough. Well, prove me wrong. Just gets in a good spot and slams. Nowhere to be seen. Challenging on the back now is a demo. A 2v1. The pop and play. Decker. Can he light it up? He goes out right. Decker! The moments of heroes and legends aboard. It's Decker with a big game.
The end of you and me, let it go, let it be. My heart belongs to me. My heart belongs to me. Anticipation, the twilight fuels the intoxication. No hesitation, I'm giving into this sweet sensation. I've been good, I've been bad, but this moment is all we really have. So when the night is calling, I pick up the phone. A voice is singing sweetly, you don't have to be alone. Come with me. Come with all I can hear is your voice in my head, telling me I should've just stayed in bed. But the lights are off and no one's home. I'm walking down an empty road, looking for a sign that I'm still here. Turn my face into the wind, start to lose my place again. Has this all just been a dream? Has this all just been a dream?
I am getting one. Or I might just come here and live here.
Such a good experience. Haven't been here before. So far removed from Commodore 64s. Doing the VR experience, like you just get lost. You just get lost in that whole world. So yeah, definitely be coming back. Good fun.
Give me a sign that I'm not losing my mind. Pinch me, pull me up into the light. Losing track of time and space, running against my own race, feeling like the walls are caving in. Trying to come up for air, this is more than I can bear. Think it's time to go back to bed. Oh, in my head. 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 Oh, in my head.
Get back, push it forward. Get back, get back, push it forward. Get back, get back, push it forward. Get back, push it forward. Get back.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to Friday Night Live. We are here on Bizer. That is Rankies. It is crazy stuff at the moment. We are live from Escape Gaming Lounge in Perth, Portal, if you will. We call it Escape Portal.
Yep.
And we had a good night so far. This game is going to be huge. Big final coming up.
Big final indeed. Billy Fan Club and Scylla Esports, two of the top teams in the region, have been for such a long time.
Yep.
It's hard to call a winner here.
Cubic, you're sitting in chat with us on the other side, pretty much in Melbourne, but he's here to talk in voice. So Cubic, hello.
Hi, Bizer. Hi, Rankies. There we go.
Hello.
Haven't heard his voice for a little
Yeah.
while, just been sitting in the quiet, enjoying himself. Mate, you've been watching the game so far tonight with what's going on, some newcomers coming on the stream as well. PlayStation's Ranky's finally getting his first look at a PlayStation team that's been dominating a little bit lately. First for everyone, I guess, at the end of the day. Have you seen this tonight, and what are you thinking of this matchup?
Yeah, look, definitely two of the strongest teams within the tournament tonight, or two of the strongest teams. Billy Fan Club really took it up a notch in those past couple of games against to be decided. So I think they've really got a point to prove coming into this final with Scylla. And yeah, look, really got a point to prove. I think Scylla they've had a very long break, so they're going to be a bit rusty. They might start a bit fresh, but Billy Fan Club, they've got the three games that they just won under the belt. They're going to be on a bit of a roll.
Okay, we're getting into the game, so a quick tip, Cubic.
Look, I'm going to back the boys of the Billy Fan Club. It's not going to be easy for them.
I'm going to stick with Scylla.
Yep.
But they're going to have to do it the tough way. They're going to go the full distance.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Bracket reset?
Bracket reset, but they'll get it in the end.
I'm going to go a little bit differently. I'm going to say Billy Fan Club will get the reset and take it out in the second series.
Okay, we're all sort of different opinions. We'll see what happens. Let's get into it. I'm excited.
Got to have a bit of variety, don't we?
I agree. I totally agree.
Well, there we go. Amp with a good start in the aggressive half. First 30 seconds expired. It's actually a shot through, but a little bit high as Jake gets the clear. Looking for passes are both teams. It's a good opportunity for Drippe, just beaten out by Amp there. Chip high from Jake in the corner. Runs it over the top of Snarf. Won't find it past Dumbo. That's dropping. Snarf wants to keep it there. Torsos won't be able to clear. This is really well played from Snarf. to keep it up against the backboard so it drops down behind the defender. What a play.
That's cheeky, very cheeky. Puts the defender in the most awkward position possible as well to even play that ball. It's just Scylla. They've had the break, they're refreshed, they watched what the Billy Fan Club got up to, and they're going to play their style and even better.
There we go. Billy Fan Club. Not the best start we've seen from them tonight. A good save there from Drippe. Torsos. It's going to touch the ceiling just. Clear comes forward from Drippe. Not out of the half. Torsos will make it out of the half. It's going to be Emp looking for Snarf, but Jake will beat him to it. Dumbo rotating around. Does get a touch there in the corner. It's going to work out in Torsos' favour. Emp off the backboard. Dumbo needs a touch in the corner for Snarf to try and find it past Jake. He won't do so. It's a field change up now. You see Drippe just in that back third line. Jake rotating out Drippe's ball right now.
I'm seeing a lot of flips in the field, a lot of sort of panic moments coming out from Billy Fan Club. It's not, we don't generally see that.
Yeah, they're giving a lot of space for Scylla to work with, and it's a dangerous thing to do, obviously, because Scylla have already demonstrated in this game with that first goal that if you give them too much space, they'll punish you. It's going to be a pop from Snarf, not quite. Emp will get on the back of it, though. Torsos, nice save, high and wide away from the goal, but Dumbo looking to keep it in the danger zone in that goal box. Good handbrake turnaround, but Drippe will find it past him regardless. Jake trying to drop it down, but Emp played it better on the ball. Snarf, big whiff there, Torsos. Emp almost blocking that one, but forward for Drippe. Dumbo did well in defense. Torsos, and this is the third rotation out. Drippe needs to sweep across. And there it is, the pass to Dumbo. What a save from Drippe. Didn't think that he'd be there in time. Did just get to net. Half the game expired, and really like to see Billy Fan Club put that goal to tie things up, lest Scylla just run away with it, Barza.
Maybe the little break here for Billy Fan Club didn't really suit them. Maybe they just want to continue to play game after game after game after game after game, but essentially Scylla's been waiting a while. Maybe they had a scrim partner in the background. Do we know that officially? Were they playing someone?
I wouldn't know. I would imagine they would be.
Yeah.
Usually a lot of the top teams do like to keep themselves warm. At the very least, they'll just play public matchmaking, a bit of ranked matchmaking or something. And try their luck. I hope they actually come up against a decent team. Yeah, it's interesting to see. Good plays to start off this series from Scylla. Still only that one goal, but looking like it's enough. Could be two here. Snarf off the backboard, trying a bit of the same as the last one, but just couldn't be there in time. Dumbo, backboard pass. Drippe again, trying to keep it high and wide out to the side. Snarf out of the corner. Drippe long clear. Jake, can he get on the back of it? He needs to, he does. Good clear from Drippe.
So just looking at Scylla at this whole point, all three of them were sort of playing aggressive. That ball back to the mid section, which we would have seen, I believe, Emp come back into play.
Yep.
He was forward of the ball, and so no one back for the defense, quickly worked over. Again, you just can't give that room. But both teams have been giving each other a room, so it's very early on in the series. We're not sure where it's going to go.
Yeah, very uncharacteristic there. We've just seen Billy Fan Club not pull off that shot we were talking about that they managed to do so many times in the previous series. But still, just over a minute remaining in the game. Snarf has control, throws this one long. Torsos almost wins on that challenge, just over the top of himself. Nice touch from Dumbo off the ceiling. Time for Scylla. Jake doesn't want to give it to him. Torsos will come through, aiming for the corner, but well defended by Scylla.
This is awkward now.
Very awkward. That's going to bounce down for Snarf. Oh, almost. They need to keep that up, Barza.
How often have we seen the backboard roll one down? And we're like, the angle's not going to happen.
It's not happened too many times that's resulted in the goal so far tonight.
No, and that's sort of weird, isn't it? Jake, like what he's doing there, just getting aggressive, letting them know that you just can't camp goal.
It's a good ball from Drippe. It's going to bounce down. Jake won't be there. Respects the touch from Snarf. It's going to go high. Drippe looking to put it off the backboard. Could have been a shot at near post there, but if it was wide. 5 seconds remaining, still one apiece. Could it be a 0-second goal? It might touch the ground here, it will. Straight in that corner.
Well, overtime is fitting for both of these teams. You just expect it. I expect pretty much every single series to go overtime, and look, ladies and gentlemen, we'll try and get through as quickly as we can. We won't be sitting and talking on. We're just ready up, get into the next game.
Yep.
But overtime definitely going to be a feature of tonight's gameplay for the final.
Yeah. I'd imagine we'll see a few. 20 seconds in, Snarf trying to play this one off his backboard. Double jump as quick as he could, just wasn't there in time. Torsos, so a great clear deep in the offensive corner. It's well received by Snarf over the top. Jake has to get up on the backboard here to challenge. That's going to set up shots to come through from Emp. A good demo from Snarf on the Torsos, but Jake is still there to defend.
Emp needs to shoot that one on target.
Yeah.
The wide touch probably let his team down because they did all the work. They demoed one out of the line. If he just picked right up a 90, it would have been a goal.
This should be a goal. It will be.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emp's not going to mess up twice in a row.
No. No, never. I haven't seen him ever stuff up twice in a row. But this is just good patience by him. And right then and there, you saw the demo had a reset on the line. So defensive, they'll just put out a line, and all you do is be patient and then put that second chance effort in. So Scylla, they're actually looking a lot more comfortable.
Absolutely. But yeah, the fact they're able to keep up the pressure after that first shot went wide and high, you know, come out of the corner and set up for another shot straight away as soon as they could. Really well played to Scylla Esports, Billy Fan Club. Not a huge loss in the first game for them, but it's still going to hurt their
It's going to be close. It's going to be close. I don't know. It's yet to pick up that pace. I feel that the pace is going to intensify as it goes on. The boys know not to go too early in this game. They have to take their time in going into it.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll definitely put a bit of a dent in Billy Fan Club's momentum they had coming off the lower bracket final there. Remains to be seen how much it's going to affect them. One would imagine not too much. Kick-off in favour of Scylla. Easy save. A nice pinch off the sidewall. There'll be Emp off that sidewall. Dumbo to clear. Torsos returning in the half. Bit of ping pong happening right now, but there's a high touch over the top of defense from Emp. It's going to be Drippe receiving on the backboard. Does find it past Dumbo. Snarf coming through. Again, a lot of high balls in this series so far, guys. There's shot potential coming down, but not quite there. The clear does come out, and this could be a shot on. It's going to be a backboard play. There's the shot through, and yeah,
let's go sit with Dumbo and see how really close he was here.
That was, I mean, not the closest he's ever been, but close enough.
See, I like to think if you're the last player on the field, going up for balls which are like really high in the arena, if you don't connect, it's going to go bad.
Yeah.
So he probably more so needed to just wait that one out, let it come off the backboard, or play it off the backboard. So it was a wrong decision was made there by Dumbo. Unfortunately, it results in first goal coming down for Billy Fan Club.
Yeah, great news for Billy Fan Club. There's another one that's going to bounce down perfectly for Drippe, but Snarf is there. He needed to be as well. Luckily, he had the time to challenge that one. Emp plays this one deep in the corner. It's a great pinch out of the corner from Drippe. Dumbo will break it down, but gives possession to Torsos. That's a shot straight on net, but both Emp and Snarf there for the save.
Double commit.
Yep.
Scary.
It's going to have to reset in defense. They need another clear. There it is from Snarf. Dumbo back to Snarf. Almost a shot on, but Torsos there for the save. We go Emp over the top. Drippe does have a bit of a word with him as he flies past in the air.
What did he say?
I don't know what he said. You could just tell there was some. They're a bit angry at each other. The challenge comes through, and you know there's got to be an exchange of some words that we probably shouldn't say on stream.
Words of wisdom, Rankies. We'll go with that one. Holy moly! I thought you were just going to come out with some telepathic sort of nonsense, but yeah, no, you did well. Well done.
I'm not that mentally strong. Oh, here we go, Torsos.
Not going to happen.
But they're keeping up the pressure.
Yeah, that's what we expect as well, Rankies, don't we?
Oh, this could be a one, but all three defenders on the ball. So close. Could see the second goal for Billy Fan Club any second, it feels like now, Bizer.
Well, I can find a player that will keep the ball in the hand. I keep losing them, so back to autocam it goes. Torsos. They're flirting with danger, the Billy Fan Club. They certainly are. They've been close to touches tonight, which would have been epic epic redirections and movements. That's a fake that will put Dumbo under the pressure. Yet to really speed it up. The playing slow play, but I think this is more Silla's game.
Yeah. Yeah, I think Silla
They like to
benefit.
play slower.
Yeah, I think they benefit from this a little bit. Billy Fan Club, if they can speed it up, be great stuff, but it's a matter of actually having the boost to be able to do that. And so far, Silla haven't been letting themselves get boost deprived too much. There has been some boost grabs I've seen, but not enough, and that's going to... Oh, Jake just couldn't get the height for the shot on. That's the only thing that went wrong for them there. Torsos doing what he can to keep it in the half.
I've seen all of the boost grabs come out for Silla in the midfield line. They've been getting the better for the midfield line.
Jake had an opportunity to score there. I mean, it was a very tight one. It being bumped out.
Talk about harassment.
Yeah, Dumbo. What a touch. Was that? I think that was Emp that got that touch forward. I couldn't quite see. The blue nameplate was in the way there. There we go, Emp. Backboard drip A. Won't find that one past Mr. Snarf. Jake picks up control. Not credited with a save, oddly enough.
I thought Snarf was just going to do a flip there. I don't know if he came off the roof, but get to see that tonight. Got the run players.
Easily Dumbo's ball. No challenge coming through. Emp looking for the clear. Doesn't get it. Jake, cheeky touch towards Torsos, and there it is, but it's not going to be on target. Snarf was there for the save anyway. Drip A shot on, and then just no reaction time coming out from Silla.
That's because it's the boomer.
Yep.
He's absolutely he's hammered this.
Maybe Emp. He had a bit of boost.
Yeah,
just couldn't get up in the air fast enough.
He backflips.
Yeah, a bit unfortunate.
And he went up as he was going, tilting the car back.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's funny. The quick input of that, you got probably 0.2 of a second to really react to that.
Yeah.
And then make something happen. And so easy. It's so fidgety that you can make a mistake with the backflips just by having your angle turn. So unfortunate, but 2-0 right now. This gives a good opportunity for Billy Fan Club to pick up the first game of the series.
There we go. 35 seconds counting down. 2-0 for Billy Fan Club. It'd be nice to tie it up so far. You don't want to let Silla run away with it, especially when you've got to try and win this series just to take it to that bracket reset. Jake, it's going to be Drip A. Sidewall here, both Dumbo and Emp on the backboard could be dangerous. Snarf is there to support Emp. Almost a shot coming through there. Drip A rotates through. In that back line with Jake. Jake needs to save, does get it, but Snarf could set up for a goal. They need one now and then a kickoff goal, but denied by Torsos. The save saved the game there.
Well, just probably a lot to ask for a kickoff goal at the end as well, but Billy Fan Club played a lot better in that game.
Yep, absolutely.
Although it was slower. So,
which normally benefits Silla.
Yeah. Thinking face.
Thinking face. Do we want to bring Quebec in?
Yeah, Quebec, please come in. Tell us what you think so far. It's interesting to see that Silla are playing their game, which is slow and steady, wins the race. Billy Fan Club able to hold in this game and get the second goal on it, and it's not typically their play.
Yeah, look, completely agree. And what came down to it is Billy Fan Club there. They just capitalised on the opportunities where they did go forward. And you see Drupe with 2 shots and 2 goals there. Celia had definitely had the more attacking line there. So Billy Fan Club making it count, working hard in defence and making it count when they go forward. That was the big difference coming in that game.
The wise words from the man Quebec himself. It'll be interesting to see how it progresses moving forward, so it could be, this game going either way. It's hard to call at this stage.
Well, essentially, we all want Billy Fan Club to reset and then take us into the Ripper. The Ripper Dipper of the night. It's the bracket reset. Because typically in OCE, teams don't like playing double finals. They play one and it's done. But to get ready for RLCS or for any major championship, you've got to learn to play 14 games, so you have to go the distance.
Yeah.
And I think this will be really beneficial going forward for any team that plays in the Masters.
Getting used, I mean, in the early days when I first started casting, it was still a thing that was being done. Not long after I started casting, the 1-game advantage became the norm.
Yep.
But I think you're right with saying that, bringing back the double elimination.
I know it's long, and sometimes it can be really really late at night, but it's Friday night, guys.
Yeah, and especially, as you said, getting ready for RLCS. So that's how they play out that tournament.
Yep.
So getting used to it is definitely going to be a good idea.
It's not a bad idea, and Vapour Esports putting into practice tonight, although there were some people questioning it. I think they've done the right thing as we set into it. 1 minute down and, well, no real golden opportunities. That was an attack, but defense had that covered.
There we go, Torsos out of the corner, and good touch, keep it high above the net, out of striking range, as there were no attackers from Billy Fan Club prepared to commit to that. Be a little bit silly to do so. Drippe, again, bit of an exchange with AOEM.
Oh!
Almost a shot through there on Torsos. I'm surprised that the sneaky one didn't go through there, Bison. Normally that's how Billy Fan Club get a lot of their...
Yeah, but it's not Torsos getting the sneaky. It's Drippe or Jake. Torsos the boomer.
Yeah,
He's the third man. Play, Drippe comes through. They get one. They get the first.
3 minutes 25 remaining. There we go. Take us a minute 35 into the game. Nice first goal for Drippe. Just a lack of clearances there from Scylla, really, which is unfortunate for them, but, you know, happens to the best of teams out there. Jake, this is a good run off the sideball, looking for backboard.
A shout out, man.
Have we got, what have we got?
Who do you think that is? Come on, you got to know the love heart.
It's way too far away.
You can't see the love heart?
No.
Guys, Pyre. It's Pyre love. Pyre's dropped the host. Thank you very much, Pyre. Welcome to the stream. Hope you're enjoying it. Welcome to NA or EU viewers. There's a goal coming out from Dumbo. Puts that one in. That was a challenge on the line as well. Just for you guys playing at home, the Billy Fan Club, if you don't know, are ex-Alpha Sydney, okay? So that's why we're talking RLCS. Both of these teams
I think
have
everyone
real potential.
Oh, yeah. Here we go, Torsos. Drippe. It's already Jake there, so again, bit of miscommunication. We've seen that a few times from Billy Fan Club so far tonight, so hopefully it doesn't happen too much more. It's just going to feed into Scylla's opportunities, really. See Snarf backing out. It's Dumbo. Amp rotating around. Dumbo still in the mix of it. Tips it high for Amp. Needs to put the shot on, but Drippe there for the save. Good reactions in defense from Billy Fan Club. Just over half the game remaining. In fact, exactly half the game remaining. We just see Billy Fan Club on attack now, Bizer. Oh, good demo. And Torsos flies over the top.
I think I'll just let the game do the speaking for itself.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of change-ups in possession happening. This is looking good for Scylla. Torsos will clear off his backboard. There's a redirect from Drippe. Dumbo smart positioning there in time for the save.
That's typical Dumbo in a nutshell. We know how defensive he is with his work. He waits for it, he flies at it, then he gets a great clearance. See that clearance? It wasn't out to the pocket. It wasn't held up. It wasn't played back to his own goal. It was downfield wide, and then the angle worked into, you know, a 50-50 or at least attack for his team. This is nice one coming from Torsos. Amp able to save, and they clear once again here, Scylla.
Okay, Drippe. Shot on, Dumbo again. There for the save, Torsos. That's a good ball out of the corner. Jake's up in the air, but Amp there to challenge him. And Drippe is going to be up to Torsos now. Snarf has the ball. Take it into the corner. Torsos will depossess. Try and get the clearance out. Did get a touch, but it goes low. Sets up Amp for a backboard. We see Drippe. That's the touch on. Is anyone in defense? Yeah, there's Snarf. Sends it back towards the Billy Fan Club net, but Jake with his save out. Drippe. It's going to be an easy pick up in the midfield for him. Shot on, but Snarf, what a save. We did see Emp there as well, both working for the defense. Dumbo needs the clear and gets it.
There's one forward here.
Oh.
He didn't get the boost though. He grabbed the small pad, realizing it was coming, and he went back for it. So I don't think he had enough to get to that. That's a good shot. Oh! Paul Drippe's beamed it coming across the line, and I think that in itself tells you how the goal went about.
Yeah, there's an opportunity there for both Jake and Drippe to try and get the save, but it came down pretty quickly at a very tough angle to save as well. And, you know, Snarf, he's been getting goals like that since the early days of Jam.
Yeah. Oh, no way. Oh, that was close. Snarf almost helped him with that one.
We go, speaking of the devil, trying to get it cleared out now with Amp. It's a touch high. Dumbo, the only one in defense. Not quite a shot on target from Torsos, and yeah, Dumbo defending the backboard like it's his goal. Don't let a rebound happen. There we go, Torsos.
He's got great ground.
He gets the drop. Oh, so close off that right post. He played it perfectly off the...
It looked so much more convincing than early in the night, didn't it?
Yeah, And just the way he rotated through with letting the ball bounce down and got it off the top of his car upside down. Very impressive that he managed to put it towards post, let alone on target. There we go, Torsos.
It's great pressure.
And this is looking like it could be a victory for Silla. Yeah, that's going to be it. Not quite a goal, but enough to clear and force it on the ground there.
No, Silla playing some pretty tight rock league at the end of the day. They're using all three players to move the ball out of defence as well. A lot of play coming from Dumbo in terms of defensive structure, but then you see risks being taken where Amp goes up the field, almost trying to make that connection. They don't obviously get all the goals when they try for it, but what they're doing is they're making Billy Fan Club just play out of position, and they can't control the ball. Although, in saying that in the last minute, it was all Billy Fan Club's favour, and they gained the possession back then. So a little bit of a worry that Silla just sort of teetered out to the end.
Yeah, it's interesting plays that came out from both teams in that game. And, you know, it's looking like we are setting up for a bit of a back-and-forth series.
It's gone back and forth, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Silla with the first, Billy with the second, Silla with the third. We're going to game number 4.
And yeah, there's no real momentum advantage for either team here. It's just going to be, you know, a game-by-game basis, it seems. Getting ready for the kickoff. Looks like it's going to be Snarf. There we go. It's underway. Snarf against Torsos. Bit of a win here for Silla as it goes back towards Amp. Jake. Long clear forward drip A. Pat's looking for a bit of a pass back to Jake. Doesn't matter, he's up in the air anyway. Throws it towards net. An easy save for Snarf. Had plenty of time to get up, but starts the pressure for Billy Fan Club. And yeah, drip A can't decide when to turn around. Wait for that challenge to come forward, but with Snarf backing him up, it's hard pressed to clear it past both of them at once. Drip A and Jake bumping into Drip A, helping the clearance along its way. You see Dumbo, and if he's got time, pops it high. It's not going too well for them in defense. Jake just trying to get a good setup for Drip A and Torsos to come through and smack in the back of the net. But again, it's just going to, you know, be that sort of back and forth, settle into the game buzzer.
And this is the thing is, Silla's love the control. They just, when Dumbo gets the clearance out of defense, then he sets up his teammates. But what's happening is the Billy Fan Club, they're making them clear high and awkwardly. So there's no real control. And then they're playing this in a tight defensive mode where they can get it straight down the middle. So they're taking the risk at the moment, trying to pull them in and then completely snap them out with a quick rebound goal.
Could be how it goes. Jake, again, won't find it past both Snarf or Dumbo. And Drip A sets up Torsos, almost smacks it down off the tyres there. Very, very difficult angle to pull off. Tight angle, in fact, Bizer. There we go. Oh, almost on target. Dumbo was going for that redirect, but there were defenders in net, so questionable how it would have worked out for him. Torsos with a 50-50. It's a big win there. One defender left at Snarf. Snarf as Amp rotates back. Jake into the centre for Drip A. Amp, that's a good read. Torsos will be there in time. Wasn't quite on target. No pressure either. Yeah, as we said, Buzz, it's just constant back and forth right now.
We have a look at it. Boost levels, they're able to pick them up. So they're not being starved at the moment, Billy Fan Club, but certainly expending quite a bit around the field. So it's just the pressure of Silla's putting on. But we've almost gone halfway down. No one yet to score.
Snarf trying to find it past Jake. Caught backing up. Drip has to come through and help him. There's Amp over the top. Jake. That's dangerous, but he had to do that. If he had to just sent it back out with the ping pong, it would have been a shot in from Snarf. He had to take control and go for a flick, try and get it past him. Not out of their half yet, but the important fact is the goal didn't go through. There we go, Amp. Shot through. Jake has the save, but they need the clear on top of it. And so far, Silla are just gaining the pressure advantage. The more they keep it in the half here, eventually the defense on the side of Billy Fan Club is going to develop a fault line, Liza.
Yeah, there's a lot of 50-50s going on. That's why it's back and forth right now. And you just sort of get the feeling that these bumps and demos will start to make a real play into this last half of this game. And that's whether, we're talking early in the night, a defensive rotation, a bump or a demo resets it, then the goal's the score.
Yeah. There we go. Now it's a little bit of a reverse. A lot of pressure being kept up on the Torsos. Torsos didn't get a huge touch there and sends it back for Drip A. It's going to be off the ceiling. Not quite. It just edged its way along the ceiling. Didn't drop down in front of the goal. Jake keeping it high, forcing the challenges up. There's off the backboard. Torsos. Emp will find the challenge off the back, and Drippe, intentional tires, drops it down, but Dumbo off the backboard again. It's just constant back and forth. But again, we're seeing a reverse. Now it's Billy Fan Club keeping the pressure up against Scylla.
Quick return serves as well is what Scylla love to do, and there's a chance. Oh, that's good. Oh, there's two waiting on the line, though. They're not going to get it. I just get this feeling that no one's going to score in this one. It's going to be an overtime.
Could be. We're getting down to that last minute. We're seeing some demo attempts come out now to try and open up the defense, force it open, rather than wait for the mistakes off the backboard. Just the post there from Jake, gets a bump onto Dumbo, Amp on the back of the ball. Drippe will win the 50-50, sets it up in the center, but too close to Snafu, clears long. Just touches the ceiling there, and Torsos will get the clear off the backboard. Now we see Dumbo, bit of a whiff there. Jake as well. Amp trying to keep the ball in the area of Dumbo. They're looking for the pass plays. Scylla wasting time in the corner, wasting rotations as well.
One thing I've got to point out is no one's letting it play off the backboard. As soon as he goes to the backboard, they're clearing off it. No one wants to give that away. This is
Jake.
a great touch. Oh!
Why do they have no boost? Can we check Emp and Dumbo? Where was the contest?
Emp's low. Emp's low.
He had enough. Maybe he thought it wasn't going in.
I think it's maybe he's going to bounce and go out, but
yeah,
he really needs to angle up in the back of that goal, like behind.
It's a tough ask, but you've got to try. Like,
there's a, I mean, that looked like a fake off for a moment. I don't know if that is that played. You keep calling my friend. I'm going to just check the.
Here we go.
Yeah,
Jake.
it was a fake off. There was a fake off at the start of that kickoff. There you go.
It's not left Scylla in a huge advantage here. They need to keep it in the air now to put it in the back of the net. Jake just wants it on the ground. It hits the curb.
Oh, no.
They'll go for the second.
They'll fake this. Yeah, there you go. Wow. When you think of it. Back and forth, back and forth.
Yeah. Again, 1-0. This is just coming down to how close this series is. It's...
Right. This is the way I sort of feel with this, right? If Scylla take the next game, I think they run away with the fourth and final. Like, they'll take that. But if Billy Fan Club take the next one, they'll run away with it. I think I can see a 2-game series coming out from either side, whoever goes. For the sake of reset, Billy Fan Club, please take him in the row. Let's go. Let's get this one done and go again.
This is going to be tough. I don't really quite know how to call it. I would go with what I think is going to happen is, again, just more back and forth, trading games sort of thing.
Cubic, I'm going to bring you in, my friend. So far, we're seeing 4 absolutely fantastic games. These gameplays going back and forth, and it's been real hard. Oop.
Something...
Oop, okay. Let's just get rid of that and go back into it, boys. Rip! That's embarrassing.
Ah, well.
I'm going to admit it. It's embarrassing. Anyways. We've got a bit of green tinge on the field as well.
This is the bug I used to get.
Yeah.
You alt-tab and come back in and there's like a green glow.
Aye.
Lucky I don't host. Do we still want to bring Q back in? Or?
Yeah. No. Let's just get into the game.
Alrighty.
We're going to do a reset after this.
Wonderful green glow.
God, I hate those.
Bit of a bug in the game there.
Yeah.
It happens when you alt-tab. It's unfortunate, but we got to deal with it. And Snarf with an air carry finds it down to that goal box, but it's not enough to set up a pass. There's a bit of a demo there. Demo players coming out. No one wants the ball now. It's going to be Dumbo off the backboard. Jumps up and fakes a challenge. But again, it doesn't fake out Billy Fan Club. They're wise to it. They know it's always a possibility. Drippe now. Trying to set something up in the corner. It's going to be Dumbo's ball. Set up. Again, thrown it to Torsos there. Would have liked to have seen more dribble control and forced the challenge first.
Do you know what I like to think? I think there's a green flare being released in the stadium, so there's a big green tinge. There you go. Done.
Could be. Oh, what a shot from Torsos. I don't think that even touched the ground as it went over the line. It was close, but good pass forward from Jake, but look at the angle from Torsos.
Oh, that's clever.
Doesn't quite touch the ground. It's on the full.
That is a great redirect.
Yep, I didn't think...
We're going to call that the doink, yeah?
I guess so.
Yeah, it's a doink in the air. the dapper doink? No, Dapper was on the floor when he did it.
Not heard the name, so...
What,
I've
Dapper?
heard Dapper, but
Yeah.
I've never heard of like a Dapper doink.
Oh, okay. All right, well. You gotta watch all the RLCS rankings, all of it. Even if it's 3 a.m. in the morning, I know what it's like.
Oh, well... It's tough when I've got work, so...
What are you saying? I wasn't working. No, I was working.
No, we're all working.
We're all working.
Yeah.
I think I took a day off. Oh, nice goal coming out by Snuff. A good counter in the end.
See the way that's played. I think did a save almost come through from Drip A? Yeah, almost, but it's a perfect placement from Snarf. Made it very difficult for a defender to get there in time. Here we go, straight into the corner here. Torsos sends this one high, not quite touching the ceiling. Works out in favour of Billy Fan Club. Try and get something out of the corner of the backboard. Wastes some defensive rotations on the side of Scylla. Again, both of these teams are trying it with each other, and no one's really falling for it too much, Bizer.
And so that's sort of how the gameplay has been all night. Sort of, as it goes on, you'll start to see more cracks appear, but we're going to start to see more of these 1v1 challenges, sort of the 50-50s, and sort of all sorts of different angles and bits and pieces happen from it. So we're yet to really see the true colours of the teams.
Absolutely. Oh, almost an own goal there, but Dumbo just enough. Didn't quite bounce on the inside edge. Look at that 50-50 between Drippe and Snarf. They float down with the ball in between them. That's how even that challenge was. Good demo from Jake on the amp. Takes the shot for the bottom right corner. Dumbo's there. Another shot potential coming through.
Yep.
Torsos, and it rolls up in that bottom corner straight in the back of the net.
So Torsos had wide range here. Reset sets far side, and there you go. Too hard to get back for that, and sort of the goalie's already done his bit. At the end of the day, it's really hard to reset when you've got to try and clear. But you're trying to send the ball out, so he's out of position. And the third player, obviously on rotation, caught out on that point. So it's all it takes is a demo, and that's sort of where the error happens.
Breaks down the rotation.
We've seen it. We've seen it a lot tonight. The demo, right at the point of an attack, equals goal.
Minute 50 counting down, 2-1 in favour of Billy Fan Club. Oh no, Jake really wanted to continue on from that 50-50, but Drippe accidentally hit him out of the way. Torsos, the man in defence, clears it out to the left side of the field for Billy Fan Club. Drippe, long hit forward, but Emp will get the save. Torsos has time, gets through with the challenges. It's just Dumbo left, but can't cut on the inside to keep on that backboard enough. Snarf in the midfield for Dumbo. Drippe, Dumbo couldn't really do too much about that. Landed forward of the ball and lost momentum. Torsos for Drippe. Snarf gets a defensive touch out. Jake puts that one on target. A pop high from Drippe, but no third rotation coming through just yet. Torsos was a bit late, and I think it's smart of them to just give up on that effort and start playing a bit more defensively in the midfield and reset for the next counter-attack.
Oh, Dumbo. Yes. Yes. Just at the point where it needed to happen, really.
Yep. Just under a minute remaining. Still able to tie it up. Good touch from Dumbo, and that's a great bump from, I believe it was M, onto the defender there. Really well played. Scylla returning the favours that Billy Fan Club have been giving them. That's a good kickoff. It's not going to be a kickoff goal. Torsos, backboard to the ceiling, but no clear out.
It's actually a really dangerous not to do that. You don't have much control coming off the ceiling. Yes, you line yourself up, and you get that second jump, which can catapult you into the ball and launch. But it's also risky because you're just giving everyone else an opportunity to play that one.
Yeah. Drippe, Jake in the corner still. Torsos needs the touch and does get it. Couldn't afford to let it go past him. Jake will take a shot on, but Amp has plenty of time to jump up. But here's the second shot attempt. Drippe, I think he was looking for a pass to Jake, but Jake had to get that boost, otherwise he would have been left with nothing deep in the offensive half. Drippe in defense, chip out.
Oh,
and
I thought that was going to be it.
And this is looking good for Scylla, the last remaining seconds. It's either overtime or a goal for Scylla if they can get the long clear. Torsos does well to keep it in the air. Shot come through, but Jake won't get there in time. But somehow Torsos has kept it up in the air.
Yeah, he realised he was flirting with danger there,
Yep.
and if he kept that up, that would have been a big clearance coming forward from the goal scored against him. He just
Yeah.
got to know when to put it down, tosses right then.
Yep. And
Clever.
Yeah, absolutely. It was probably called as well. Let's just put it down on the ground. If they get the clear, as you said, could go for a long shot. Clears on
All
target.
three players are up field as well.
Yeah.
Overtime's the call, Rankies. Who's going to get it?
It's looking like Billy Fan Club if they keep up the aggressive pressure, but you know what Dumbo's like in defense, already getting aggressive as well, knows it's safe to move up, needs a touch on the backboard, left it too late to jump. Jake, we get a clear out and over the top of him. Snarf the man to beat now, Drippe. Going to keep it in the corner, trying to get the challenges to work out for him. It's going to be Amp. That's a bit of a whiff there. Jake will slam
Oh! What
What
a read!
it down. What a slam. You could see this coming as soon as he went up on the sidewall. That follow-up perfectly
Yes.
judged the speed that he needed to go forward, and wow, just under that top bar. You don't get much more accurate than that, Barza.
No, you don't. There you go, Billy Fan Club. They get themselves the game they're looking for. That's 2 in a row for them. So they stem the flow. They make Silla think about what they're going to do the next game. They're on the verge of a bracket reset. Quickly, we're just going to go to the holding area
So
as I do a game reset. So
yeah, to get rid of that green.
get rid of that
glow.
green tinge. You guys are probably very annoyed at the moment with it. So
Going to be the first time that Billy Fan Club have taken the lead in this series as well.
yep.
So it was Silla that picked up game 1, and it was just constant back and forth until we get to this game 5, and Billy Fan Club break the trend. That's 2 in a row for them, and they take the lead of the series. And could be Billy Fan Club picking up a win in the next one and getting
Yep.
the bracket reset.
Yeah, while we're doing this reset here, Cubic, you want to jump in, mate? Have your thoughts on the game so far, and what is Twitch chat talking about at the moment?
Oh, look, it's all they're all pretty much in awe of what's going on in these 3 games. It's been absolutely massive, well fought by both teams here. But what I've noticed coming into this is Silla Esports. They played really well in the first game. They had more of a rounded play in the field. Ever since then, in every other game, the Billy Fan Club have kept it right out of the attacking half, and the goals that Silla have come from either quick plays or long shots. So Billy Fan Club, their defense is holding up really strong, and Silla need to go back to game 1 and play their style, because I think that's how they can take Billy Fan Club down.
Yeah, good analysis there from Quebec. I would tend to agree with him, but I don't know. I did call that I'd like to see the constant back and forth until that 7th game, but I'm starting to lean a bit on your side, Bizer, of how you called it, of, if Billy Fan Club took this game, which they did, then they'll just get the bracket
They'll
reset.
take this one. Yeah.
So momentum is a big thing in Rocket League. Sometimes it doesn't play into the game that much, but there are times where it's a huge effect. So remains to be seen how much it's going to affect this game coming up, but Billy Fan Club really pushing for that bracket reset.
All right, we are ready to go. There goes the green change. The flare's gone.
Yeah.
It blew away. This pretty much is where it's going to be at. Billy Fan Club, they're going to start early on with a goal. I think they take this. We reset. It's Silla. They get the first goal. Then we're on for a big game 7. I think that's where it's going to go at for this one. But we'll see how it all plays out. Thank you, Cubic, for your little analyst. Perfect. Right then and there. Love it. Shout out to Twitch chat right now for everyone hanging out. We're here with the Vapour Esports Masters number 3. Over $500 USD right now. 516, I think, from the report. It's crazy, Rankers.
US dollars.
US.
Well, we had another donation.
No, it just went up. Like I told you. 512 US.
Wow.
Phenomenal.
There we go.
Ranky's just thinking about how many dollars he could be laying in right now.
No, it's just. I wish I was as good as these guys and I was playing instead of talking about the game. I mean, it's great to have a chance to talk about the game, but just imagine what it's like to be, sitting there on a Friday night and potentially walking away with, 100, 150 Australian dollars as your share.
That could be half pissed as well.
Yeah.
Where we have to keep it clean.
I don't think it would be wise to be drunk in a game like this.
No. You want to be straight onto it. You want to pull it apart. There is where it's all at, and it's the small ones that matter the most. especially with these teams, because it's critical when you come into the high-end gameplay. A couple months' time, they're going to be tested.
Yep. Here we go. Drippay make a pass out of the corner. Not played by Snarf. Torsos will have a crack off the backboard. And Snarf has not worked out too well. Gives Drippay time, but this is the opportunity there. Jake over the top. Dumbo bumps Emp into the ball. Keep it going in the corner here. Emp drops out, allows Dumbo to come through and more ball time. Rotate it out. There's an opportunity there to squeak it past Jake, but Jake will get the clearance out. Instantly returned by Snarf into that corner. Drippay. Just a lot of back and forth, ping pong a little bit right now, Biza. Emp drops this one down. Torsos. This is going to bounce down perfectly for Jake, who's ready. Aims left post. Snarf sweeps across for the save.
I think you just need to go straight.
Yeah,
they expected it to be wide, so why not just go higher and straight?
Yep, straight in the middle of the top shelf. Probably would have been the best shot, but sometimes it's difficult to see that as you're taking the shot. There we go, Amp. Throws this one forward. Drippay turns around. It's a nice clear off the backboard. Snarf's very favourable for him off the backboard. No follow-up. We go Torsos. Long clear. Drippay trying to redirect that one on target. Amp is there for the save. Need that clear out. Jake has to wait for Dumbo to get in the back of the ball. Torsos can't stop him. Dumbo waiting for the pass. Well played to Jake there. Snarf puts it towards net. Drippay rotates through. Good control from Jake. Almost had time to get the boost and gets demoed by Amp. Under 2 minutes left, so 3 minutes expired. Just constant back and forth again, Biza. It's such a close series.
Oh, he's got this. No. Great challenge. Oh, Snarf at the end there. It's interesting is the fact that, you know, by teams getting goals, we get more opportunity to analyse them. But as the point of this gameplay just keeps going, it's the rotations is where it's all going to be at, and these demos start to become more of a thing in the play as it gets on in the game. Early on in every single game, they don't touch each other.
Yeah.
When it comes to the last couple of minutes, it's when it starts to get game on.
Yep. Yeah, that's when both teams try and start pressing the advantages, a little bit more bold in their play. We're yet to see a 0-0 overtime, but I believe this is the second time we've gotten close to being about a minute, and it's still 0-0. Jake, good save. Torsos needs a touch to keep away from Snarf. Snarf does grab the boost. Won't be able to demo Jake though, and then clear over the top. Proving very valuable. Dumbo and Amp working the defensive line as they move forward. Snarf still midfield. Looking for a pass. Dumbo was there, but I believe he's rotated out now as Amp comes forward.
Oh.
He's found it past Jake, but not past Torsos, and Jake and Torsos together.
I hate to say this, it's completely dropped in gameplay. Yes, they're crazy right now with the challenges, but they're not passing, they're not carrying, they're not crossing. It's just very sloppy 50-50s from everyone.
Yeah, I think the reason for that is they're trying to play a bit safer. You know, neither team wants to be the first to make that mistake. So I can understand why it's being like this.
Torsos looks for a triple touch there. Drippay off the back. Last 10. I think we're seeing another overtime period here.
Could be. Yeah, I don't think we saw as... did we have the 0-0 overtime?
Yeah, we did. We did.
So
one of the series, I think it was series game number 2.
I think so.
Where we had...
Well, we could see... Yeah, Snarf won't be able to recover. What a save called out.
What save?
Exactly. There we go. Both teams... With the way it's been going so far, Buzz, it would not surprise me if we see one of the longer overtimes. I think my record for the longest overtime in a professional match was about 13 or 14 minutes.
Far out, mate. That's taking the cake on me, and well, 20 seconds ain't going to take the cake on anyone.
Yeah, thanks. I mean, makes our job easier, so I guess we can thank Dumbo.
We're going game 7.
Yep.
Aye.
So not working out how any of us expected to.
Nope.
It's gone a little bit of a, curveballs here and there. It has come to the game 7, so there is still a potential for Billy Fan Club to pick up the bracket reset. But match point for both teams right now. If Scylla take it out, it's...
It's done. It's done and dusted. Scylla win tonight.
If you're Billy Fan Club,
Yep.
Are you a bit worried right now, or are you pretty confident in taking it to the bracket reset?
I think their gameplay was probably in result of Silla winning. Like, let's think about it here. It's when the boys at Billy Fan Club don't control the play, they don't control the ball, they lose. Obviously, that's the obvious point. But they look better when they control. They score goals. They're typically scoring 4 goals or more in any most games.
Yeah.
They're being held. They're being absolutely held here. They've got no momentum going forward. So when the game's just turned into scrub, and then overtime period won by Silla just opening up a gap, I'm really worried for Billy Fan Club. It's looking like Silla will take this game out, but it's all about that first goal.
First goal, Snarf! Oh, just gets it. That's like 2 from him we've seen tonight, where it's been just enough of the inside edge of the post. In fact, this time the corner for it to bounce down and just make it over the line. I don't know if that was a touch off the defender. I think it just went past him.
No.
So
That was him.
15 seconds in exactly, and there's the first goal. One would imagine Billy Fan Club want to respond as soon as they possibly can, but they can't get over eager with it and, you know, open up an opportunity for a second goal for Silla, because then it might be Silla running away with it then.
We just need to see some long clearances, play the redirection work like they typically do, and get aggressive.
Oh,
and
that's Dumbo, can he correct it off the post?
Oh!
Not right, Emp is there.
I thought that was in. I thought that was all done.
Looked like it. I thought Dumbo would have been able to recover after the demo that he got in time, but as it turns out, not quite. Couldn't even make the backboard pass work out, as there just wasn't enough time.
And that's the thing I like about the demos is the reset now that they've done with it, is when they do hit someone, you lose speed. No matter where you are or how fast you're going, you lose speed when you hit someone.
Yeah.
So typically you'd see him hit someone and then be able to go straight through and connect with that ball. But he slowed down. I like what it's done.
Yeah. It completely changed the style of the game with demos. There's backboard. Both Dumbo and Emp commit for it. Torsos with the save, just flick it away from the Silla players and try and get another clear out. Jake has to play backwards for Drippe here.
I set him
dangerous.
up. Yeah.
Dumbo, oh, no, it could be. No, Torsos will get the epic save. It
Beaned it.
That's a save.
Sorry, it's my new favourite word since you said it, mate. Beaned it.
That's I don't know who came up with it. The first person I ever heard say it was Marky Duda on the side of Flipside Tactics.
Well, there you go.
Way back in the day when I first got into casting. There we go. It's, you know, constant back and forth at this stage. Billy Fan Club still looking for that equaliser. Just under 3 minutes remaining, and still heavily in Silla's favour so far with
you just got to watch that defensive point there. Was how close was the Silla's forwardmen tracking that defensive ball?
Yeah.
Obviously they're not going to score because you're going off sort of a safe point, but any mistake, they're on it.
Yeah.
That's the risk they're playing right now.
Just over half the game remaining. Nice backboard. There's a clear over the top from Snarf. It's looking good. Drippe might get there in time. No, good bump. I think there was a bump there.
Yeah, that's a bump. We have to. Great touch at the end. And watch this. He aims for the guy.
Yeah, well
beautiful.
Played. Drippe was probably going to get the save too.
Stuff later.
Savage.
Oh, jeez. That's something you would say when you clutched in a CSGO game, but that's crazy. We're not playing that game. Halfway down game at number 7. Well, if there's any time for Billy Fan Club, it's now. They're being tested here. Silla Esports about to take this grand final away.
Could be it. 2 minutes 10 remaining. Still a close game. Dumbo just backing out, trying to open up space for his teammates to come through. Snarf in net, avoids the demo from Torsos. He'll have to jump high as Jake puts it high, and that's a good touch backwards from Emp. It's on target, but Torsos has plenty of time. Good rotations from Jake. There it is. And this is exactly what we needed to see from Billy Fan Club. They sort out their rotations. Torsos has time to handbrake turn and send a pass forward for Jake for the redirect.
That is a really good handbrake turn.
Yep.
The fact that he could turn it, then use the angle while he's still turning and jump, get the redirection out to his teammate.
And make it look so easy. That's not easy to do. It's really difficult to precisely judge how much that handbrake is going to swing you around. That's hours of practice.
Yeah, he had that calculated.
For just that one move.
They need to get moving though. 1 goal still. essentially last 90 seconds of their gameplay, they're going to tie this up and take it.
Snarf. Emp takes his place in net. Jake. It's a good challenge. Emp over the top. Snarf again, boost depriving. Torsos. He's used a lot of boost there and he won't find any. Maybe in the midfield. Yeah, he does find some. It's forward. Looking to set up Jake up in the air. It could be a shot or backboard. It's going to be backboard, but Snarf there to break it down. Torsos wraps around off the sidewall.
Everyone's low.
Yeah, they're all rotating back for boost, but the way that both teams are playing it right now is just working out for everyone. And then Drip 8 needs a touch here. Emp coming through for the shot, drops it down. Jake, what a godlike save. Out of nowhere he came from.
That was savage. This is going to be even more savage.
Oh, again, Jake.
Did you see that cut coming?
Yeah.
Like that was so on, and he had to go, had to commit. Everyone is low right now. That's how extreme this is. Absolute boost-hungry cars.
Jake, Drip 8, and Torsos all moving forward, but Emp did well to waste time in the midfield. 30 seconds left. It's going to be a high backboard one from Snarf. Torsos will get a touch. Drip 8, he needed that off the sidewall. It's going to hand Scylla possession here on the hands of Dumbo. Oh, this is looking good stuff. Yeah, Torsos will beat him to it.
Damn.
He had plenty of time. He jumped up first, directly above him, closer to the ball. Jake. Drip 8 just can't get there. They need this goal. Seconds counting down. This could be Scylla taking out the grand final. It just needs to touch the ground now, and there it is. Snarf will dump it down. And they have done enough to walk away with first place here. The Friday Night Live 3v3 Masters, Buzzer.
Wow, what a game. What a series coming out from Scylla. They started, like, obviously they started favourites for tonight. The gameplay has been absolutely immense. And do you know what? Missing out on the ESL LAN finals tonight, I think this is a pretty good counter to come back and say, hey, look, whatever, we're over it. We'll come and do things like this. And there's plenty more events to be playing for leading up. You know, it's one thing, there's many more.
Yep, 100%. There's, a few tournaments running they're still involved in, so, nice to see them picking up the win tonight, Buzz, especially up against a team like Billy Fan Club. And, it's such a close series. I don't, not quite down to the wire, but close to it. It was very, very tight series.
It's just the back and forth play. It's what we're going to see. One thing I said about Billy Fan Club is they're a team that like to score goals.
Yep.
And for that, they work better. If they can get control by scoring more goals, they're going to continue to put those things together. But when they get challenged and don't win the 50-50s, forward momentum and forward attack is hard to come by. Eventually, they get through the cracks and they get it. But they're starved of any opportunity. They're starved of the boost. And the thing is, you've got to watch Scylla for a start.
Yep.
Just the play and the way they worked the game was more so than trying to score. Because they didn't look to score. All they had to do was block them up.
Yeah.
And then when the opportunities come, put them in. Because they're going to come every time. So that's how they played tonight. Scylla was absolutely savage with their opportunities and just completely nullified Billy Fan Club.
Yeah.
It did go back and forth.
Yeah.
But I feel they had more control of the game.
100%. Billy Fan Club, they had a lot of good opportunities. Most of them they took advantage of as well. But at the end of the day, Scylla just proved to be a stronger team on the night. As you said, it was all about, blocking up Billy Fan Club in their own defensive half. The counter-attacks came out stronger from Scylla. And, once they had those goals on the board, they had flexibility. They can play ultra defensively. I like the way they handle it. They keep stacking on pressure. They're not necessarily looking for that extra goal. If the opportunity arises, of course, they're going to put it in. But it's all about controlling Billy Fan Club on the field. And they played it perfectly well.
We're going to bring in our analyst that's been watching all night long, Mr. Cubic. I wonder if he's out there.
Hi, guys.
Hi.
Hello.
Mate, big series tonight. Scylla, just too good?
Yeah, very big series. And Scylla, firstly, congratulations to the guys. Played absolutely insane. Not far too good. It was forward out. They played a lot better than the Billy Fan Club. Unfortunately, in the last part, it was all about fighting it out in that midfield. Scylla got the best of the Billy Fan Club in the end. And then played very defensive from there. Didn't let Billy Fan Club get anywhere near their attacking goals. So you guys summed it up beautifully.
Yeah, it's always tough to see, you know, a grand final like this where you really want it to go to that very last game.
Yep.
But yeah, I'm sure Scylla will be very happy that it you know, I mean, to be fair, it did go to the last game of the first of the 2 possible series, but yeah, I'm not sure either of these teams would have been feeling very good if it did go into that second series. That's where fatigue starts to set in, and that's where you really start to see the good games.
You know, just thinking about tonight and seeing where Burley Fan Club is, have they taken a back step from RLCS? Or are they on... Have they decided to go down a different path or to try something different in the region? Because when they went into RLCS as Alpha Sydney, they were known as the quick team that just boom shots and they were off the counters. Like a lot of the time they just countered. And you could see it in the games they played. They played the counter game. But at RLCS, they had to slow the game down. They had to use each other a lot more effectively and be more tactical about it. Since they've come back, it hasn't been the same gameplay.
No, well, since they left Alpha Sydney, it hasn't been the same gameplay. But one thing to say about them with what happened in RLCS is the commentators pointed out perfectly of like the longer they play, the better they get. Yeah. And it's just a matter of when there's a team that can match their style or like counteract that style, it kind of does break them down a bit, I think.
Well, that's when Mocker pretty much ripped them to pieces, you know, like they were able to counter it. They saw the game style, like, okay, no, we're just going to do this. And they did it and absolutely shredded them. So, and that Mocker team's completely different now. So, at the end of the day, it's just a learning curve for them. But they brought that style back here, and it hasn't been so successful. They're still considered top 5, but they're not holding that top seat at the moment.
No, that's very much in the clutches of Jam Gaming at the moment.
Yeah. It's interesting because they also went to RLCS. They also they got the rougher side of it. They got absolutely hammered. Yeah. But I think sometimes you've seen some teams, like if you're watching any of the sporting codes, one season they get hammered, but the players get a lot of experience. Next season they come back and they dominate. We've seen that with Jam Gaming. They were a real prospect coming into RLCS.
Yeah, they've also had a minor roster change as well with Bango dropping out of the sub position to focus more on school while Shady comes in as the new third core.
And I actually, the first time I saw Shady was on the last Masters when we saw him together.
Yeah, that was their first.
That was the first time they matched up. They tried him on a Masters, and the thing about what he did was he was just intuitive. Like,
yeah, it worked so well.
They didn't need to think; they just did it, and he just slotted in right, and it was perfect. And I look at Shady, and Shady to me before he sort of had a breakout. I believe it was one more.
Yep. Yeah, along the side, Cyrus and Lucy.
Before one more, Shady was an unknown player, an unknown entity. Yeah. He wasn't at the top. But one more, he came in, he got that experience, started to learn, started to scrim, and now he's come in with 2, I would say, absolute top tier players at the same.
Express and Monte Conno.
And now he fits right in with it. It's perfect. The timing of Shady is fantastic. It's also almost masterstroke. If you ever see Jam Gaming, he's the one to watch.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's always in the mix of things. Hashtag Shady Carry.
Well, we're putting it down to here. We're thinking Scylla, we're thinking Billy Fan Club, we're thinking Jam Gaming, and obviously, who else? Legacy, real chance. Do we need to give them a couple more weeks to sort of solidify their roster and try and get that actually working really nicely?
Yeah, I think they do need a little bit more time.
Yeah.
Yeah. They may even come out with a roster change, but
who could you add into Legacy right now? That's LFT.
I'm really not sure if there's anyone that would be necessarily a good fit for Legacy. Again, we may see something, but I would like to see them keep the roster they have now. I think they can do really great things.
Power Horse a chance?
Yep. If they keep up how they've been performing, specifically in ESL.
Well, Power Horse has been a team that was hot and cold for a very long time, going back to previous Masterminds and being out for Masterminds, so hot and cold. But under Power Horse right now, just a short time, they've actually produced results. So
absolutely.
MCS is going to be a real tester for them.
Yep.
I think it's a real opportunity for them, and the qualifiers, I would like to see them in league play on throwdown qualifiers when that comes through as well. So I'm really excited for that, guys. I think we've talked enough as it is. Everyone's dropping like flies. They want to go to bed. Right now it's 10:43 in Perth. Here is Skate Portal, a gaming lounge, a lovely venue, absolutely fantastic. These guys have us here every Masters. The owner's fantastic. If you guys are local, come down, play the games.
It's in Cannington.
It's I think it's
suburbs.
$2 an hour, $3 an hour just to play one game. The machines are top notch, and VR is fantastic as well. I'm just having a look at some guys playing right now.
Yeah, they got virtual reality up the back.
Mate, it looks good.
Yeah.
It looks good. They got virtual reality like car sets down at the front here as well.
Really?
Yeah, it's really cool. Really
Wow.
cool. You can bring there's console, PlayStation, Xbox. There's competitive. There's 30 actual spanking PCs. So if you're a CS:GO or any FPS gamer, you can come down and play on them as well. You've got your pick of the letter.
Overwatch.
Fantastic.
I've seen them play on
Yep,
the
Overwatch.
consoles
You can
here
play.
as well.
You can play Overwatch on consoles.
Yep.
How about that?
Yep.
It's crazy.
I'm really keen on. Like, I told some friends that they have the virtual reality down the back there, and I've got a couple of friends that, along with myself, who have never tried virtual reality. So we're pretty keen if we ever get the time to all get together and come down.
Well, maybe
bit of a trek for us,
maybe
but-
one night what we'll do, if I can get a hold of a camera that can stream, right? We'll have a little bit of a party or something here. We'll get everyone down, and we'll just stream us having a go at everything. It'll be really interesting. But essentially, why we come here is we were essentially setting up for a LAN sooner or later, Rankies. A Perth Rocket League LAN.
At this location.
But it starts with the community out there wanting it.
Yep.
They're going to put the hand up. They're going to scream for it. We'll make it happen. Simple as that. We're going to talk about this prize pool for a second and get the prize pool breakdown. Let me just quickly get these payouts going. So sitting on that, ladies and gentlemen, first place walk away with $309.60 USD. So put that in perspective. Torses, Drippay, and Jake just walked away with $51.60 USD. That's $70, $70 to $80 AUD each.
Yep. I think the current exchange rate is about
$1.2
$1 is buying 75 cents.
Yeah, so it's
US.
So it's the other side. So it goes around the other way with the Australian dollar being more
Yeah.
for the US, which is less. Crazy. Crazy. It's a lot of money to be pumped into it, but you guys are fantastic. Shout out to Matcherino again with the codes, and Vapour Esports also funding it through with the prior semi-pros rookies tournaments that also get contributions from the community. But it is a community that donates tonight, and we're going to do a quick shout out to you guys as well. So that's MV, Bents, Weedhouse, Night Monk, Torso Pants. Don't get them confused. There's two of them now. I know. Tell me about it. Can I get the bigger screen? I can. Oh, it doesn't let me filter. Everyone else who put in the dollars, there's too many. We'll leave it at that.
That's a lot.
Those were the game players.
Yeah.
$20 for Night Monk. So crazy stuff. You guys are legends. Rankies, shout out before we head out.
I think you've done them all already.
I think we have.
Yeah. Shout out to
Quebec.
you for putting the host on, and shout out to Quebec for the analysis.
Even though the start of it was like poo, we got there in the end.
Yeah. Yeah. I think as long as you get there in the end, it's okay.
Cubic, my friend. Before we wrap this out.
Hi. Yeah, I'm here.
No, you don't have to be.
Thanks. Okay.
Hey,
I'm
mate,
just
you were
gonna go to
savage
bed
at
now.
the start of the night. I'm going to end it.
Have you got anything we missed, Quebec?
Yeah, shout out to everyone that played tonight. Good work.
Yep.
Got some great games coming in tonight.
Shout out to be decided.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How about that?
they're
Like,
exciting.
Were they the only PlayStation team?
I'm sure there would have been another one in there, but the only one to get right through to the stream games.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was impressed seeing them the first time.
So we got RLXL tomorrow. I'll be on the Asian stream around 2 p.m. Make sure you jump on it. We're doing Drop Shot 2v2, and then AGTV in conjunction with Rocket League Oceania with Rankies obviously being on that tomorrow afternoon/evening. We'll support everyone. It's a big afternoon
We're
for
hoping to
Rocket
get it
League
together,
regardless.
so.
Yeah, look, it's going to be good. I'm going to enjoy it. It's fantastic, guys. Make sure you guys are watching and make sure you're jumping and supporting every single thing that's OCE. We're certainly enjoying right now, and I actually think we're on a point of doing some damage to this RLCS.
Yeah, hopefully. Hopefully they give us some more teams
Fingers crossed.
as well. It may only be
No,
two teams
it's
again.
2 slots. It's
Just
2
two
slots.
slots still?
2 slots.
Well,
I don't think it won't. I don't think it'll ever open up because I reckon they're going to bring in other regions.
yeah, wait till other
which
regions get in
means
first.
like they're going to hold OCE because OCE does enough.
Yeah.
But if other regions going to come in, they're going to do multiple. which means they're going to open up a bigger bracket.
Yeah.
And that second rivalry league will really start to come and play, where they'll do some shifting along the seasons. I reckon the whole platform's about to change.
Yeah, I think the next region that has to come in next in terms of who's been working for it the most is definitely South America.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Asia, I hope they're not too far behind.
Yeah, well, it's a big push in Asia right now. There's a lot of teams screaming for it, and they're wanting leagues. And that's why I'm happy to go do the THE. They've approached me wanting to come bring the broadcasting and the streaming for them, and happy to do that.
Yep.
Happy to go and help them out and give them a bit of coverage. And to be honest, you have a look at it, there are some really good players in all those regions.
Yep.
It begs the question, okay, maybe the region won't play a qualifier, but could you invite a team?
Yeah.
Could you actually invite a team from every region instead of having a play? Well, you could have a gameplay and a series decides it, but can you just invite them in and then see if they can do a qualifier and then that goes in? You know what I mean? Like, that's a less chance for OCE, because then we get put out, NA get there for, and you get there for.
Yep.
Rest of the regions fight for the last 2 spots.
Yeah.
I didn't say it. Everyone else is going to go, shut up, Bizer. You're crazy. Okay, on that note, I think we're done waffling. Mate, we could have a show we really wanted.
Probably.
We could talk so much random stuff and then play gameplay after and be absolutely crap. Regardless, thank you very much for joining us tonight. We're here at the Escape Portal Gaming Lounge with the Vapour Esports Masters. We're done and dusted. It's Scylla Esports taking the win over the Billy Fan Club. 4-3 was the result. I'm Bizer, that is Rankies, and we'll see you tomorrow on more Rocket League action. Good night. Sends on his way, the power shot, and cleans out the goal line. Easy goal, for the lines. Just, here's the thing. They put a shot on out for Sydney, but they do the disciplined thing.
It's not allowed.
No, that's bad. Oh my goodness, Drippay! What are you doing? What a goal! Then again, just come off a 3-game straight. Oh, Dreamy, that's very tough. Well, prove me wrong. Just gets in a good spot and slams. Nowhere to be seen. Challenging on the back now is a demo. The 2v1. The pop and play. Decker. Can he light it up? He goes out right. Decker! The moments of heroes and legends aboard. It's Decker with a big game.